007 when versing, 007 when flirting. Blind guy came to my show, said I was better in person. Yeah, said I had blood on my Air Force, this time red wine and bourbon. Custom made some words and this right here for a different excursion. Bow, let's have it. I can't stop having it off, I'm stuck in a habit. Yeah, red wine filling my cup, I'm a Vino bandit. Yeah, my surname is what it is, but I thought I planned it. I'm too outlandish. Anyone don't like drums, man, I don't speak their language. Half of the team in laughing stage, don't mean Tiffany Haddish. She's the baddest, so after the summer to me and my mother and Mrs. to Paris. So when I wave and the parties are done, five-figure last month, don't start with a one. Come a long way, but hardly begun. Yeah, got wheel up off your mum. Wheel it again, said no, not done. Me, I'm the prettiest son of a gun. This one here, as far as it gets, don't fly too close to the sun. Bow, bow. When raving, next day chasing papers. Just to the bag in public, I'll never be famous. My guy trying to pattern me up, I don't know what my name is. One too many, I can't stand up on top of the world, red wine and trainers. Bow, bow, pour me another. My girl said about too much, I tell her I love her. Get into bed, I'm staring at walls, she's still in the cover. Stupid o'clock and I can't find Ubers, end up belling my mother.
The Bristol Aztecs versus the Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This is the true Battle of the Isles. American football on these shores has never seen anything like it before. Two countries with underrated talent and two teams looking to represent their leagues once and for all. Bristol Aztecs versus Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This Sunday, 26th of April, 2026.
Afternoon and welcome to a beautiful sunny Sunday here at Shaftesbury Park. You've just been watching some of the action, some of the incredible scenes from Finsbury Park last week, where the Aztecs started their title defence campaign against London Blitz. What an absolute show it was. It was a bit of a touch and go start in the first half, but ultimately it was the Aztecs that were victorious. The question for today is, can they do it again? My name is Katie Hoch and I am here with your in-stream commentator, Andrew Morgan. Andrew, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks. It's getting exciting now. The stands are starting to fill up. The teams are going through their warm-ups. We're no more than half an hour or so away from the game, and it's going to be a really exciting one.
It really is, because whoever wins today is going to be on the plane to Poland, aren't they?
Exactly. This format of the tournament, the CEFL, it's essentially the Champions League of American football. So both teams, they don't know what they're doing in a few weeks. They could be on the way home or they could be off to play Warsaw, and that's going to be a massive challenge in of itself.
Absolutely, and both sides have seen some great games recently. I mean, the Trojans beat the Cowboys 72-6 last week. They could really bring the challenge to the Aztecs today.
Exactly. The Northern Irish League, they've been playing for 3 weeks already, so they've had 3 comfortable wins. They're last year's Shamrock Bowl finalists and winners. They've got a lot of offensive talent and firepower. We've got one player we're going to be speaking about a lot in Sean Boswell. He is the focal point of their offense and their team. So they're coming to compete and they're coming to win and really upset this whole party that we've got going on here.
That's it. It really is that party atmosphere today. And we've got our crowd expecting some good scenes from the Aztecs too, because last week we had 3 touchdowns from Josh Brees. Can he do it again?
I think so. I think he is a supreme talent in British American football. He's performed for UE. He was their MVP this year in the Bucks League. He's broken countless records at high school and college as well. So I know that OC Rhian Hudson is really going to try and feature him a lot in the game today.
And of course, they do have the advantage with them playing at home today. I'm sure that will help them a lot, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Belfast, they flew over yesterday, so they've had a night in Bristol. They've acclimatised. They've done a lot of team building. They've had their walkthroughs. They've had practice and meetings. So they're here to be, they're prepared as well. But Bristol have been building for this game pretty much since the start of the pre-season.
It's true, actually, and of course Bristol have had some major investment as well. Here's a little look at the man behind it all.
Broncos roster features players from across the country
No player traveled further to play on the Blue than Elliot Hoy.
So I actually grew up, contrary to popular belief, a long way away from London. Tavistock, England is a small country town, about 10,000 people.
The senior defensive lineman had a love for football from a young age, as his father played collegiately and professionally. But Elliot didn't start playing the game himself until he was 16, instead staying busy with other athletic options.
I played rugby my whole life as long as I can remember, from about the age of 4 up until my senior year of high school, and I played soccer up until probably middle school as well.
I think that speaks loudly about Elliot. You know, if you watch him play, it looks like he's been doing it his entire life. And just personally, from my experience, having been gone on my mission and coming back and not playing football for 2 years, I felt like I had lost it all. But he's done such a great job here at the program, and I think it speaks for itself out on the field.
Each season he's gotten more comfortable with his role, but each season that role has expanded and expectations have increased.
So I think it definitely gets tougher every single year, but at the same time, like I said, I like a challenge, and so far it's been everything I could have asked for.
He's great off the field. Obviously, he's a great leader in the classroom and in the community. He does a lot of things, sets a great example.
As much as he's loving his collegiate career in Boise, Hoy does admit he misses his friends in England and the food.
So, real fish and chips, not just like some breaded fish and some fries, some stuck together. That's not real fish and chips. It's not greasy enough. I haven't even tried to replicate it. I feel like I can't do it justice. And the other thing is called a pasty. It's kind of like a pie. I think there was, when we played in the Fiesta Bowl a few years ago, there was a place called the Pasty House in Arizona, which apparently is meant to do the same pasties that I eat back home. I never got a chance to check it out, but yeah, I haven't tried to replicate them. I kind of feel like I can't do them justice, you know? I'll probably disappoint myself.
While there are a few Southern accents on the team, no accent is more recognizable than Hoyt's.
Sometimes we just make funny voices back at him, but other than that, no, it's all good.
Can you give me your best Elliot impression?
Yeah, I'll try. Top of the morning to you, mate.
You've just heard all about Elliot Hoyt and, of course, some of his favourite foods as well. Very important. Elliot, you started out here at Aztecs, didn't you, before flying over to Idaho to play for Boise State. How do you feel being back here and the Aztecs are competing on that European stage?
It's weird. It's great to see the game grow, and that's the most important thing. Is since I left, 10, 15 years ago now, it's good to come back and see it at, see them competing at a high level. That's the most important thing,
Absolutely, and you've had a real Division 1 mindset throughout the preparation for this. What's your ultimate vision for this side for the next few seasons?
Yeah, I really don't know where it's going to go. All I know is, this sounds cliche. You try and get better every single week in the game of football, right? It's the same thing when it comes to the organisation. Every year moving forward, the idea is to get better, improve systems, improve the player experience, to be able to provide them with stuff that maybe they're not going to get in other places, and making a good player experience, commercialising the product, marketing it so lots of people see what we're doing, and to build a fan base. That's the most important thing. We can't control what the different leagues do and where we're involved, whether it's domestic, whether it's on the European, larger scale. It's about just growing a fan base and growing something sustainable that people can enjoy, especially locally here in Bristol.
Absolutely. And what's your take on the current level of British and Irish talent? Do you envision that we're going to see kids flying over to the US and following in your footsteps?
There's a lot recently. So the NFL Academy is one that's pumped out a lot of really good players to the US, and we're seeing it grow year after year. There's not as many that come from the club level. They kind of have to go through the NFL Academy or go through American high schools. So hopefully, as the game picks up and the local club teams improve their resources, improve their coaching, there's chances of more kids to compete and get involved. The talent right now, between Ireland and Britain, between the two countries, we're seeing just so much more than we ever have before. I think it only grows from here, and I hope that I'm one of the very I hope I'm forgotten about. I hope I've become one of the people that, I remember him, he played years ago. I hope there's 10 guys that get drafted and go to the NFL, after that. So, yeah.
That would be great, wouldn't it? And as a former D lineman, what are you looking for in the winning side today?
Violence. As a defensive lineman, I like violence. I just want to see a good, hard game. Obviously, no injuries. You never want injuries. I'm just looking for a good game. I want to see some big hits and some touchdowns from Josh Brees. I can see Josh Brees in the end zone a few times today. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Brilliant. Well, enjoy today, Elliot, and enjoy all of the great work that you've put into it as well. It's going to be a fantastic game. Let's go and have a chat to the head coaches, shall we? If you want to come with me. So we're going to meet Pete Jones, the head coach of the Bristol Aztecs. Pete, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Katie. Nice to see you.
And you, lovely to see you as well. So the Aztecs are competing on the European stage today. How does getting ready for a game like this compare to getting ready to compete against another domestic squad?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, obviously, because there's no familiarity with the team. Generally in our domestic league, we're playing teams that we kind of see every year. Even in the playoffs, when we play teams from up north, we've played Manchester for the last 4 years on the Banks. So yeah, it's different because it's a completely new team and you don't know any of the personnel, any of the coaches or anything.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it's going to be fantastic. Wind is really getting me today. In this one strike and you're out league, how aggressive is your play calling going to be?
Yeah, I don't think we need to kind of change our identity and do anything different to what we'd normally do. We're trying to win every game, so there's no kind of need to tweak what we're doing. We'll just go into it and approach it like we do every other game, which is trying to score more points and trying to stop them scoring.
And when we caught up earlier in the week, you said that Bristol Aztecs just want to play good teams. How much of a challenge do you think the Trojans are going to be to you today?
Yeah, it's hard to tell right until the game starts, but that's part of the fun, right? Because when you're playing someone new and you don't know how good they're going to be, and there's the kind of uncertainty, it makes for more exciting games. So, kind of ask me at half-time and I'll give you a better feel.
We'll catch up later. Good luck, enjoy the day. Let's go and have a chat to Phil. Phil Gunning, or should I say, Sports Coach of the Year from the Belfast Sports Awards. Congratulations. How does it feel to have won that accolade?
It's chuffed a bit to win it, but it's a reflection of a lot of hard work that everybody in the team has done, players, coaches and everything else. The success that we had last year was great, obviously, but it was chuffed to win it.
Yes, congratulations again. Now, coming into Bristol for this opener, how vital is it that your O-line really set the tone for that first quarter?
Yeah, so we've talked an awful lot about kind of how the game's going to be won and lost in the trenches, both offensively and defensively. So yeah, I think the guys are very up for it, kind of our opening script and everything else, and the play calls that we're carrying today should help them out a little bit. But yeah, like I said, the guys are very up for it, and it is going to be won and lost there. So yeah, really excited to see them go out and set a tone.
Great. And Trojans are, of course, 6 times AFI champions. What do you think a win today could mean for the reputation of Northern Ireland on that European stage?
Yeah, it'd be huge. Obviously, we're the first Irish team to be invited to compete in the CEFL. It's certainly the highest level of organised competition that the club's ever partaken in. We're really, really excited for the opportunity. We're not looking too far ahead, it really is all focused on today and not necessarily what the outcome may be. But yeah, we're certainly happy to be here. We're certainly excited about going out and trying to execute and win a game of football today. But yeah, it's great to be over representing AFI and everybody back home. But we're just completely focused on what we have to do today.
Great. Well, great to speak to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Of course, thank you very much.
Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
So, of course, today we have the champions of the BAFA Premiership competing against the AFI champions. They're really going to head to head on this continental stage. Here is how the CEFL Championship works this year. The structure is simple yet brutal. It is a straight knockout tournament. There are no second chances. If you lose once, your European run is over. Teams battle through regionalised opening rounds to secure their way into the quarter-finals, where the top-seeded Titans are already waiting for them. Today's winner secures a spot in the quarter-finals against the top seeds from Central Europe. That includes teams from the GFL, AFL and France's Elite. From there, it's a straight path through to the semi-finals to reach the CEFL Bowl 20. And today we have that first Battle of the Isles with the Aztecs versus Trojans. If you weren't excited enough already, here's some of what you could see later today.
The Bristol Aztecs versus the Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This is the true Battle of the Isles. American football on these shores has never seen anything like it before. 2 countries with underrated talent and 2 teams looking to represent their leagues once and for all. Bristol Aztecs versus Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This Sunday, 26th of April 2026.
Doesn't that look amazing? Let's head up to the commentary booth. Here's Andrew Morgan.
Thank you, Katie, and good afternoon, everyone. Shaftesbury Park has been transformed and is a venue fit for the BRISTOL 37 champion Bristol Aztecs. The stands are filling up, and today it's the CEFL and the Belfast Trojans who have come to town. At stake, a trip to Warsaw to continue the European journey for both teams. The whole BritBall community here have seen the strides the Aztecs have made since lifting the BritBall trophy in September, and now the stage is set for them to show out. Last week's game versus the London Blitz ended up with a comfortable win, but the Aztecs needed to knock off some early season rust before shifting gears in the second half on their way to a 28-0 win. Belfast are already well underway in their own regular season, standing at 3-0 with a resounding win against the Lurgan Trojans last week. It's a real honour to be joined in the commentary position here today by the BritBall icon that is Chris Tebbett. Tebbs has swapped the sheepskin for a suit and is looking ready to go. Now, everyone would point to an Aztecs win here this afternoon, but I imagine Ray-Sean Boswell and crew may have a little something to say about that.
I mean, it's been an interesting ride for both of these teams. Obviously, the Belfast Trojans coming away with their national title 6 times, where we are just 1 for the Bristol Aztecs. Though obviously, today is all about what the differences these two leagues have, and that is the best part about the CEFL, and that's why 20 years the CEFL, we're so happy to be here for this Battle of the Isles.
Absolutely, Tebbs, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the X's and O's as we watch the two teams warm up here at Shaftesbury Park. You were at the game last week for the Aztecs and have covered some of the players here at UE as well. What do we have to look forward to on offense for the Aztecs?
Well, I mean, you look at last week, 3 touchdowns for Josh Brees Lightning, as they call him here in Bristol. He's going to be the key man to watch out for. Obviously, on the Belfast side of the ball, Ray-Sean Boswell. It's going to be interesting to see how the running backs do. However, we have got to look at the quarterback here for the Bristol Aztecs, Ethan Gretzinger. Obviously, the quarterback who led them to their first ever BritBall championship. However, during the Uni-Ball season with the UE Bullets, wasn't able to complete the 5-peat for the UE Bullets. I think a lot of pressure is on Ethan Gretzinger to really, shine in this Senior Ball season, including the CEFL. I think for him, if he stays cool, calm and collected, then I think we can have an absolute stormer here from Ethan Gretzinger. And let's talk about the O-line. That's what's going to make sure that Ethan Gretzinger stays cool, calm and collected. One of the best O-lines, not just in British American football, but across Europe. Multiple players from the ELF last year. Keanu Ebanks was nominated for Lineman of the Year at the Frankfurt Galaxy. Lewis Thomas at the Paris Musketeers. Let's be real, these are nice white crisp jerseys. I know we're not playing on mud, but they're going to be looking to keep the laundry bill for Ethan Gretzinger nice and low.
Okay, so that's the O-line, and we know the running game is going to be something they really try to feature. Let's talk about the skill positions. You've got Sean Cook, the venerable sage of the fullback position, the H-back, the tight end. He's going to be here, there, and everywhere. But they've got a lot of receivers who are looking to make a statement here today. Guys like AJ Carr, Chris Green, Matt Tom Bowering. Who are you looking forward to seeing catching the ball and maybe scoring some touchdowns as well?
Truth be told, is one that you haven't mentioned. It's Ollie Luck. He's a big man from the University of Cardiff. He is a kicker as well, but he is long. I swear the man gets taller every single time that I see him. I spoke to him earlier. He's excited to try and haul this ball in, but I do appreciate the Bristol Aztecs mix of veterans and younger players. Obviously, both with Ollie Luck, he has been on the Aztecs before, but it's a nice mix. But I do think, you have to talk about SPC. He is, I call him the master key, because he always finds a gap and he always finds space. But also, and this one is just a complete personal one from me, the head coach of the Cardiff Cobras, Sean Vaughan. If he gets a touchdown, then I worry I may be jumping up and down, and this particular box may be falling over.
It is a tight squeeze in the box here today. For any of you who watch the stream back who have been here, we've got our 2 wonderful camera people to our left and right, and then me and Tebbs by the screen. We're getting quite close and personal here, it's fair to say. So that's your Aztecs offense. Let's talk about defense. James Wilford comes in as the defensive coordinator this season. A lot of experience for Wilf in terms of being a head coach at Birmingham, being an OC, a DC in a lot of different places. We spoke to him midweek. It was clear he has a wealth of talent at his disposal, particularly on the defensive line. Who do you think will be causing Belfast the most problems today?
I mean, you've got to look at both Tom Seeger and Idrissa Fofana. Idrissa Fofana, a veteran of the Bristol Aztecs, and I mean an absolute game record, genuinely one of my favourite players in domestic American football. I'm interested to see how some of the players who maybe don't get as much game time when it comes to CFL action, they're on the field. I want to see how number 15 Josh Ricketts can do. He is a disruptor when it comes to special teams anyway. Expect to see number 15 flying around, causing some problems. The only issue with Mr. Ricketts is that he does prone to have some afters afterwards. Hopefully he's able to tone that down for this very important game today.
Well, that's it. All the eyes are on Bristol this afternoon as the stands are filling up. We've got the burger vans and the food eateries down there by the car park. And let's turn our attention to the Belfast Trojans. We had a call with head coach Phil Gunning in the week. He gave us a lot of information about the journey that his Belfast Trojans have taken since coming on board as their head coach. Came in after COVID and has slowly and surely built them into the juggernaut that we see here today. Obviously, 3-0 on the season so far, winning 76-0 last week. Coach Gunning spoke about tooling up in the off-season 2 years ago in order to be able to compete against those big Irish teams. And the two Americans that he has at disposal can definitely do that, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing to see when you have a domestic coach go out and recruit Americans for his team. And that's what they've done. And Raysean Boswell is, let's be real, the star piece here. He has brought in some friends as well, but number 0 is going to be, I imagine we're going to be saying Boswell quite a lot.
No, absolutely. That's definitely something that Coach alluded to without giving away too many tips there. And then we look at the defense for Belfast. Coach Gunning spoke about the corners and the confidence he has in what they can do in coverage. But what do you think? What do you want to see them doing to try and come out and put it to Bristol? Obviously, in terms of the seedings, there's quite a gap between the two teams from a CEFL perspective. What do you want to see them doing to come out and try and upset the party that we've got going on here today?
Well, I mean, when it comes to facing the Bristol Aztecs, it's pretty simple. It's the trenches. It's whoever can win in the trenches. If you can get that past the Bristol Aztecs, well, then you're probably going to be having a good game. However, it's a very, very tall task to get past the stacked O-line of the Aztecs. We know Ethan Gretzinger can sling the ball. However, his favourite target, Quinton Wimmer, not playing today under the CEFL rules. He is somewhere lingering about, of course. But with him not there, could it be a case that we're going to see more put on Josh Brees and the running back core of the Bristol Aztecs? Potentially, but with that O-line, the Aztecs probably aren't that worried about it.
No, I imagine not. And I think the thing that we spoke about in the pre-game was the Aztecs had only had maybe 8 practices total before their game against the London Blitz last week, and you can kind of put that slow start and a 7-0 at half-time to it, to the fact that, yeah, they probably haven't had that much time together in order to be ready. But with a game already done, a chance to get into the tape and to have a look at what went wrong and what didn't, we're probably expecting a much smoother outing here today.
No, I completely agree. We did speak to the head coach of the Belfast Trojans. I said to him about, you know, that the Trojans, they've played 3 games versus the Aztecs 1. Do you think that's going to have any impact on this game? And I mean, resounding, no. No, he doesn't. He knows that the Aztecs, they're a well-drilled team. They're not going to just sort of lay low on the mistakes that they made versus the London Blitz. So I do think that's an interesting take, but we're going to see how it plays out for the Bristol Aztecs. I mean, over the last while, the Bristol teams, because we do have a lot of bullets coaching staff as well, flags have been a problem for both the Bullets and the Aztecs. Hopefully we can see that, you know, we'll put to rest a bit here today, especially because, you know, we're in the CFL. It's the big time now. 20th season of the CFL, and we've already had 1 game so far for the CFL go the way of the Belgrade Blue Dragons. They're the first team to win their game yesterday. This is the second one, and I know that we've got the old Manchester Titans in a couple of weeks having a major challenge against the Thonon Black Panthers.
Well, that's it. It's almost like the same conversation that you have before playoffs when you've got the North versus the South, and you're never quite sure how they're going to stack up against each other because they haven't played, and it's an opportunity for British football to then go overseas and see how they stack up against the best that Europe can offer. With some of these teams that they might be semi-professional, they might have different structures to the amateur
level that's here in the UK, and right here we've got that opportunity to have a look at it.
I mean, I can't wait to see it. No matter which one of these teams goes through and faces Warsaw, it's that blend, it's that mix. We don't get to see it very often, if at all, which is why these international CEFL games are so important, and that's why, you know, we're expecting a large outing of a crowd here today. And in speaking to Elliot Hoy with the number of tickets sold, I'd be interested to see where, once all the audience comes here, where this would actually stack up in the like domestic game audiences of the last 26 years, like from the turn of the century. So yeah, hopefully they get nice and loud when the Belfast offense.
And I think that's a really interesting thing that we can have a little conversation about now. I mean, we're watching the walkthroughs for the Bristol Aztecs. We're about 10 or 15 minutes away from the coin toss and the start of the game. But let's talk about what the Aztecs are trying to set up here. I predict that we might actually see more fans here than at some of the BAFA-hosted games that we've had in recent years. And you look at the marketing, the media aspect of it, the onslaught of social media over the last week or two as well. It's a real benchmark that the rest of British American football could look to try and change the way they do things.
I mean, just coming onto the field today and seeing the stand set up, it's even empty. I was like, oh wow, you know, like it's brilliant to actually see the vision take shape, and you know, have it all here, you know, having done games and things before, and seeing the stand opposite us completely packed out, to now like double down and have seats now all around us is going to be incredible to see. When it's all filled up, it's going to be interesting to see which domestic game, which Brit Ball game is going to be able to pack the stands out the most. Obviously, the Bristol Aztecs' mission for this season, of course, to win the Brit Bowl, of course, but they've never won the Premiership South. They want to have the entirety of the playoffs run through Shaftesbury Park.
Well, that's it. And there is a scenario here that if they progress in the CEFL, they could actually be hosting the final. It's a really strange way that the system runs. There's no actual host venue for the final. Both teams that get there get to bid to host it. So we could be back here later on in the summer hosting the CEFL final if they are able to run the schedule.
It was interesting to see last year, obviously, going against Amsterdam. I had the pleasure of commentating that game, really just putting an absolute crushing on the Crusaders, very, very young squad that Amsterdam came over to Bristol with. But then going and facing Karlstad, having, you know, their worst result of the entire season, to now, when they're progressing, it's going to be interesting to see if they get past Belfast today, how they're going to do against Warsaw.
Yes, absolutely. So we can see that the Belfast Trojans are now taking the opportunity to head into the dressing rooms for their final team talks, and the Bristol Aztecs are now circling around head coach Pete Jones. You can see OC Rhian Hudson, all of 5'8" there on the sideline. He's pretty pumped up, and what a story for the Aztecs. He came on board as the OC, as a running backs coach originally, and has just taken over. And the thing that impresses me the most there about that story, here's a guy who's 22 years old, and he's able to hold the room of seasoned veteran players, American players, and they are really holding on to every single word that he's saying.
I mean, genuinely one of the smartest football people I've met, and at 22 years old, that's a big, big compliment. I will say the only thing I have against Rhian Hudson is he seems too smart to support the Miami Dolphins, but me and him have conversation upon conversation about it, and I'm disappointed every time he tells me he's a Dolphins fan. But as far as I'm concerned, if that's the only mark he's got against him, that's pretty good. It's interesting to see. People want to learn from him, and at 22 years old, what I appreciate most about him is he's not one of those people who's just going to, you know, be happy with the position that he's found himself in. He's still keen to learn and put it on display on the field for the Bristol Aztecs.
Well, that is it, and now we are starting to really ramp up the excitement here at Shaftesbury Park. The Aztecs now heading in as well for their call-outs. And just to take a moment to step away from the excitement and the pageantry that's going on here today, we are going to have a minute's applause before the game for Coach Anthony Fitzpatrick. It's something that I know happened at the London Blitz game last week, and for Coach Fitz, somebody who tragically passed away a month or so ago from cancer, he's so involved in Bristol American football. He was a really
committed coach for the SGS Pride. He's been a Great Britain coach, and it's something that I think is going to be a really nice gesture for the whole Britball community.
An outcrying of tributes when unfortunately Coach Fitzpatrick passed away, and again, it's still really good to see that his legacy lives on even after so many tributes.
No, absolutely, and having had the opportunity to coach with him at the European Championships in Finland in 2018, I know how much he meant to all of his players, so that's going to be a really nice tribute for him. So we are moments away now from seeing the two teams, and I'll take the opportunity to just go through the referees list that we have here today. So our referee today is going to be Jed Brooks Lewis. Our umpire is Stuart Young. Our head linesman, Stuart Tabara. Our line judge, Ollie Maskell. Back judge is Ewan Patterson. Field judge is Keith Wickham. Side judge, Mark Schofield. And our centre judge is Peter Parsons. So we have got a full 8-man crew here today. So really, Britball is showing its true colours.
And again, it's always nice. It's always nice when you can see that you've got an 8-man squad. It's good. It's going to be an interesting one to see, but I'm happy that we've got all 8.
Definitely. So, as the music builds, as the crowd comes in, I don't think Shaftesbury Park will have ever seen it this busy. Yeah, I don't know if things RFC are able to pull in the kind of numbers, but we are expecting over 900 people here today to watch the Aztecs. Like I said earlier, every player was given a discount code to push on their social media. And I learned earlier on that there's an actual prize for the player who gets the most tickets sold, as well as the second and third place. So again, it's little things like that, just incentivizing, really pushing things, and really trying to get as many bums on seats.
I mean, they knew I was commentating the game, and they were still going, Chris, you need to use this code. I'm like, no, I promise you, I would do if I was just getting a ticket, but right now I've got no need for it. I've got no need.
People need numbers. They always need the numbers for the metrics. And the thing that I like, I mean, obviously we had that interview with Elliot Hoy. Everything that he has wanted to do, it's been so good to see the Aztecs pick it up and run, and he's brought that experience from Boise State. He's brought that experience from his work since he finished his college career, and that's what's here today, and it's fantastic to see.
I mean, getting the flight over, I would love to catch up with him afterwards to just see how much of his vision has taken shape today. What does he think the next time the Bristol Aztecs come on down for it? But obviously next week they're taking on the Nottingham Caesars. They're coming down to have an exhibition game. I'm looking forward to that one as well. I'm a big fan of the Nottingham Caesars. I do get to, even though I only played 2 games for them, I do get to claim that I am an ex-Caesar. I was really tempted to kick back up for that game, but I've decided against.
So you can see the starting Bristol Aztecs offense on your screen. Obviously, the focal points of that offense are the 2 Americans, and Ethan Gretzinger and Josh Brees. But I think the big thing here today is going to be that offensive line. I spoke to offensive line coach Lyden Ward-Best earlier, and it's almost like it's Christmas every time he comes to practice. He's got the 2 ELF players on the left-hand side in Keanu Banks and Lewis Thomas, and then the experience of Nick Radley and William Bunce in the middle as well. So what a weapon that you can have that 5 on the field for you.
I mean, I spoke to Lawrence Cornwall-Baptiste. He didn't start last week against the Blitz. He said, I need to just get my motor up a bit. It's a warm day. It's going to be interesting to see how he copes here, but I've got faith in the former Prague line.
Absolutely, and then we can probably have a look at the Bristol Aztecs starting defense. So you have Eddie Onamade, who is going to lock down the top receiver for the Belfast Trojans. So I expect to see, probably not going to see too many balls thrown his way. It would be a fool's errand to throw at Eddie Onamade, and with the ball skills that he has and his experience.
I mean, last week, Matthias Nudelman, the Bristol Barracuda, had an absolutely phenomenal game. One of the best players on an already stacked Bristol Barracuda defence coming out last week. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs today against the Belfast Trojans.
And then we talked about the Lions and how important they are. It's definitely going to be a battle in the trenches when you have Idrissa Fofana and Tio Julia in the middle. Belfast are going to have a real problem on their hands from that first offensive snap, aren't they?
I mean, just the sheer force and penetration. You go up, you stand on the Bristol Aztecs sideline. I'm 6'2". I feel very, very short when I go to the Bristol Aztecs sideline.
And now we are ready to welcome the Bristol Aztecs, entering from the stands and being led by Charlie Ward-Best, who's debuting the new orange jersey for the Aztecs. Chris Green as well, and out come the Aztecs, ready to stake a claim and really show what home field advantage looks like at Shaftesbury Park.
I mean, Chris Green there, flag in one hand, his son Jet in the other. And I mean, Chris Green, a quintessential Mr. Bristol. Chris Green, I mean, the most Bristol man I've simply ever met, around at the time when the Aztecs started. And yes, I do mean the Aztec Empire. That's how old Chris Green is, and that's how long he's been here. But he's been through all the ups and downs of the Aztecs, and hopefully we can see him get some balls today.
Well, we talk about how long he's been around. I played youth football with him in 2007, so I guess that says I'm pretty old. Anyway.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
And now that the Aztecs are here in their vibrant white jerseys and orange lowers, it is time to meet the challengers. It's the Belfast Trojans, led by head coach Phil Gunning. And they are making us wait here in the commentary position and in the stands as well, making us wait to the very final moment to make their entrance.
Well, I'm just waiting to see if I can see any Belfast Trojans coming out there. Again, one thing I do want to mention is Bristol Aztecs, one-time domestic champions, Belfast 6 times. I love that dynamic because it does show, today anyway, what we're going to see, the blend of the two countries' football.
And without any further ado, here come the Belfast Trojans. Obviously, we've spoken about the Americans that they have, but there are a number of players on their team with a wealth of playing experience, a wealth of football experience, and they are going to be absolutely up for the challenge here today as they take their place on the away sideline.
I mean, that's one thing I do appreciate. You look at this Belfast Trojans roster, it's a great mix of veterans and rookie talent. But you look at it, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, 11th year, 12th year, stuff like that is what makes a perfect team, and that is why they are currently dominating the Irish Football League.
So as the Trojans make their way out, the captains are forming at halfway. For the Aztecs, it's going to be Eddie Amade, Idrissa Fofana, Will Bunce, and number 96 for the Aztecs.
Coach T, I think.
Indeed. I've got my cards and I've got a handheld mic, so I essentially need I need 2 extra arms in the commentary position. I might be switching to a headset mic in the second half if I can't make this work. On the Belfast sideline, their captains today are going to be number 8, Michael Ferris. Number 1, Max Dimitrov. Number 70, Dave Shaw. And number 52. Whose name I don't have on my sheet?
Gareth Phillips.
Gareth Phillips. Oh my word. What can we say about Gareth Phillips? A Shropshire Revolution hero, somebody who I coached quite a few years ago. His head coach, Alistair Jarvis, made him the man that he is today, and I can't believe that I missed Gareth Phillips. So if he watches this back, I do apologise, Gareth.
Last month. Anthony coached for Great Britain Lions, SGS Pride, London Blitz, and the Hertfordshire Hurricanes.
So at this time, we are going to be having a minute's applause. British American football community was saddened to hear of the passing of Ant Fitzpatrick after a long battle with cancer. And on behalf of the Bristol Aztecs, we send our condolences to his family.
If you are able to stand, please do, as we have a minute's applause for Anthony Fitzpatrick.
And what a minute's applause that was. And now we are ready for the captains coming out for the coin toss here. It's really good to see just how much media and coverage and attention there is for the game. And it's really going to be a fantastic spectacle of British American football.
I mean, I absolutely can't wait for this, and we're only just a few moments
gentlemen,
away.
welcome to sunny Bristol. This is going to be the coin. Zebra heads is heads. That is heads. The shield is tails. That is tails. Belfast, you are the away team. You call the toss. What would you like, sir?
Heads, please. Heads.
It is heads. You've won the toss. I believe you want to defer.
Correct.
You want the ball. Which way would you like to kick, sir?
We'll kick that way.
Okay, so face the way you're going to be going then, guys. Bristol have the first half option and have elected to receive. All right, then go.
Jed Brooks-Lewis there on the call for the coin toss, and Belfast are going to get their defence on the field first. They're going to have that option for the second half, and we're going to see that Bristol offence straight away, Tebs.
I mean, I love it. The first win of the day here for Belfast. It's only the coin toss, but it's good to see the choirs echo out over the PA system as we are ready to kick off for the Bristol Aztecs versus the Belfast Trojans.
Everybody will be pleased to know on the stream that I've switched to a headset mic, so I have both hands and a pen in my hand. So we are ready to go. Bristol setting up their return team. They're going to be attacking what I'm going to call the car park end here in the first half. And back to return is going to be Josh Brees and Eddie Onamade.
I mean, you are saying the car park side, if there are any field goals in that direction, we will look for the car alarms and the cracked windshields, but we have to get there first. It's going to be great to see both Onamade and Brees take this, but I mean, the Irish got a good history of kickers here, so let's see how far they can blast this ball.
I mean, you mentioned that. I'm parked over there. I've moved away from the post, but I'm trading my car in on Saturday, so I'm really hoping that any kicks, they go straight down the middle. They are not going to take out my car at all, because that is a part exchange that definitely needs to happen. So we're just waiting for the Belfast Trojans having their final team talk on the sideline with their special teams coaches. And here we go. We are moments away now from the opening kickoff here in this CEFL game.
The Aztecs been here before at Shaftesbury Park, staring down the barrel of an international foe. Belfast, not so much, but it's going to be interesting to see. They're definitely game for it, I'll put it to you like that. On the sideline, everyone nicely all kitted out in Belfast Trojans t-shirts. All in is the call. How are they going to do in this game? Let's get ready. 88 for the Trojans.
Ryan Brolly to kick off, sends it deep into the Bristol Aztecs half. It bounces once, picked up by Brees. He starts on the left-hand side, up to the 20, makes a man miss. Up to the sideline he goes, makes a second man miss, and making multiple players miss as he jukes inside. And then it is Brolly himself, the kicker, who makes the tackle on the Aztecs' 46-yard line. A fantastic start there for the Techs.
And I mean, great tackle there from 88 other Trojans to get down Brees Hall, but I mean, that's what you want because Brees made a fair few players there. Oh, that's how you build momentum if you're a running back.
And that is what we have come to expect from him. We've seen it at the university level for the UE Bullets, and straight away making a statement as Gretzinger starts off with Brees to his right-hand side. He's got trips to the right in the shotgun. 4 defensive linemen for the Trojans here on first down. Handoff to Brees on the left-hand side, slowly meanders his way through the line, following the blocks on the left-hand side. That was a gain of 7 yards, brings up second down for the Aztecs.
I mean, what a man, Josh Brees, returning that ball, cutting and jumping, immediately gets the first handoff of the game, and that is going to be going for, I'm going to say, we call that 6-7. I'm going to go with
We'll go with a
6.
long 6, short 7. That's what they say when they're not too sure on the pros. Again, Aztecs switch now to empty. Josh Brees comes over to the far left-hand side. Gretzinger once again in the shotgun for the Aztecs. Takes a snap, it's going to be a pass, drops back, short throw there to Brees on the left-hand side, tackled by two Trojans there, and Ryan Morrow on the tackle brings up a first down for the Aztecs, the first of the game.
I mean, we've only 3 plays in and it's been Brees, Brees, Brees. I mean, after last week's performance, can't say I'm surprised, but they're going to keep going to 2. That's going to open up a lot more of these dynamic receivers for the Aztecs, but Brees is back in the backfield.
And we spoke about it in the pre-game, how much they're going to get the ball to him and feature him. Brees now in the pistol behind Gretzinger, a tight end on the right-hand side for the Aztecs. It's a run to the right-hand side, outside for Brees. He makes a cut and is into the linebacker core for the Trojans. He makes a gain of about 7 or 8 yards there and brings up second down. Another first down run for the Aztecs, opening up the whole playbook for OC Rhian Hudson.
I mean, when you look at the NFL, you've got these quarterbacks buying their O-line extravagant gifts come Christmas. It's going to be interesting to see what both Ethan Gretzinger and Josh Brees may gift their O-line, but as it stands right now, they're going to be very, very deserving of those gifts as Brees cuts through again.
Bristol showing multiple formations here in their first drive. They go trips to the field with a tight end on the boundary. Brees in the shotgun next to Gretzinger. Is going to be a pass for Gretzinger over the middle. Caught, completed, and that's Ollie Luck straight away with his first catch of the game. Makes another first down for the Aztecs.
I mean, Ollie Luck, all limbs. He is very, very tall, and I mean, being able to grab that ball, pluck it out of the air from Gretzinger, can't say I'm surprised. I'm expecting a lot more here from Ollie Luck.
Great start for the Aztecs. 3 first downs already on this drive. They're now on the 25-yard line. Setting up in the gun is Gretzinger. 2 receivers to the left and right. Sean Cook comes in motion to the H-back position for the Aztecs. And it's going to be a run play. It's Brees slowly waiting for the blocks to set up. He's through the defensive line. He's heading towards the goal line and is wrapped up at the 2-yard line there. It was moments away from scoring the first touchdown of the game. Brought down, and that brings up first and goal for the Aztecs.
And this is where I get to be, you know, as much as I love to share the love across the Bristol Aztecs roster, give me 27. Push Sean Vaughan in right now. Right now we're just starting the game. Put the Cardiff Cobras head coach in right now. You're on the goal line. Just do it.
Tom Goodchild there making the tackle and saving the touchdown, but it's now first and goal from the 5-yard line for the Aztecs. They line up 2 receivers to the left and right. Brees in the gun next to Gretzinger. Snap taken, he rolls to the right, he fires it out to the right-hand side. AJ Carr was the intended receiver, just outside of his reach, and that brings up second and goal for the Aztecs.
I mean, AJ Carr, a star in the flag program. We see him do toe tap catches all the time, hoping to get one there, but just overthrown from the former Pomona Pizza Sage-Hen, Ethan Gretzinger.
Second and goal for the Aztecs. Rhian Hudson with quite an extensive set of plays, comes out in trips to the right here. Bowering on the left-hand side, singled up. Josh Brees next to Gretzinger in the shotgun. Snap taken. Gretzinger drops back, surveys the field, under pressure, fires it into the end zone. AJ Carr with the catch, and just like that, the Aztecs make the first statement here in the game. 6-0 Aztecs.
I mean, just an absolute cannon, and he finds his short-handed receiver in AJ Carr, and the Bristol Aztecs taking an early lead here, but a drive set up definitely on the back of Josh Brees.
They talk a lot in the pros about the opening 15 and opening 20 plays of a sheet for an offensive coordinator, and I don't think that could have gone much better for Rian Hudson there in the early going. Snap and hold. Reese Ormond Cunningham with the kick. Through the uprights it goes. The kick is complete. A car may have got a dent in the roof, and it is 7-0 to the Aztecs.
I mean, what a piece of memorabilia to take home. You will never forget the Bristol Aztecs versus the Belfast Trojans if your car has a big dent in it from an extra point from the Bristol Aztecs.
Car parking spaces at a premium away from the goalposts here at Shaftesbury Park, and a real confident start there for the Aztecs. They were able to run comfortably on first down. They set up the passes, and they were able to then put it all together in the end zone with the pass from Gretzinger to AJ Carr.
I mean, I'm really interested to see here if there's any sort of similarities here between these two offenses. Obviously, Ryan Boswell's going to be coming on here. Are we going to see him in the same way that we saw Josh Brees? We can see Boswell, number 0, lining up there to return the ball on the left-hand side, and it looks like it is going to be heading Boswell's way.
Short kick bounces. Boswell unable to claim it. It's an Aztec that's dived on the ball, and they have got the turnover from the kickoff. It's Elliot Hoy on the left side of the kickoff formation. Boswell was not able to corral the ball off of the bounce, and the Aztecs are in prime field position now on the Trojan 28-yard line.
Vile. Let's be real, vile. Vile football being played here by the Bristol Aztecs. They're taking this ball over. They're letting that Belfast Trojans offense get nice and cold. But can they get it done here? Will it be going back to Josh Brees? He's there next to Ethan Gretzinger.
So Aztecs come out again with a tight end, 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Brees in the shotgun next to Gretzinger. Takes a snap, it's a run play, pulling guard by the Aztecs. Brees takes a step, accelerates through the line. He's met by a sea of Belfast Trojans who take him down, but that's a 15-yard gain for the Aztecs, and the ball is going to be spotted on the 11-yard line for a first down to Bristol.
I just love the change of pace. I love the change of pace, being patient and allowing that O-line to create those gaps for you and to run it down for another Bristol Aztecs first down. And they're getting very close to punching in another touchdown in quick succession.
Aztecs come out again with a tight end to the left-hand side. This time 1 receiver to the left, Harry Buckland, 2 to the right-hand side. Brees is in the shotgun again next to Gretzinger. Snap taken, another run play, and Brees takes his time, bounces it to the right-hand side, slips as he tries to make a cut and accelerate. Still good for a gain of 5 yards for the Aztecs, brings up second down.
I mean, that just shows how deep that O-line can create those gaps for, because even though Josh Brees slipped, you're still looking at 5-yard gain.
Massive chunks of yardage on the ground for the Bristol Aztecs here as they come out. Trips to the right-hand side, Buckland. Sorry, Luck on the left, singled up. Brees on the left-hand side of Gretzinger, who is in the gun. Switches over to the right-hand side. Gretzinger drops back, looking across the field. He's got a man in his face, avoids the blitz, throws on the run. It's caught for a touchdown, second touchdown of the game for the Bristol Aztecs. It's Ollie Luck there to snag the ball, and the Aztecs go 2 scores up within the first quarter.
And this is where I get to be so happy that I claimed that Luck's the one to watch today. And just like that, in the first quarter, the Bristol Aztecs are up 13-0.
Gretzinger doing a fantastic job on that play. He had a defensive lineman who was trying to swat the ball down. Instead of that, he jukes, he jives, he finds luck, and here's the extra point. Snap is down, kick is good, and the Aztecs are 14-0 to the good after 2 offensive drives.
I mean, if you're the Belfast Trojans offense, you've got to now be going, wow, what has happened so far in this game? We're in the first quarter, we're 14-0 down, and we've not even touched the field yet. We can see Aztecs already dancing on the field. I mean, I am still interested to see here the Belfast Trojans offense. I want to see how they do, but this time, just get hold of that ball.
Absolutely. We didn't talk too much about that kickoff in the excitement, but you do wonder when you've got a kicker of the caliber of Reesor Moncunningham, whether they were trying to pooch it into that area, trying to cause a little bit of confusion, and it happened exactly as they drew it for the Aztecs. Boswell is back to receive again, and we're going to see the first touch from Raysean Boswell on the right-hand side. He finds a block, drives his way forward, 5 yards of contact there, and we are going to see the Belfast Trojans offense come out on their own 35-yard line.
I mean, at this point, they've just got to be happy that they're on the field. Let's be completely honest. I'm interested to see how this does, but we saw Raysean Boswell there trying to, you know, adopt that more patient style, but it just allowed for the Aztecs to come down, make that tackle, and now the Belfast Trojans starting in their own half.
So now Dominic Lynn gets his first opportunity to set the tone for the Belfast Trojans offense. He's got Mo Ramadan next to him in the backfield with Boswell behind in the pistol. Fake handoff to Boswell. Lynn will take it and run. He's got space, takes it out to the right-hand side. Good for a gain of 5 and brings up a second down for the Trojans.
I mean, Elliot Hoy right there, just in case he wanted to try and be brave and run into him, but no. Going out of bounds here, but a decent first game for the first offensive snap of the Belfast Trojans.
Substitution here for the Trojans. Chris Williams, the best friend of Raysean Boswell in high school, coming on and is going to set up in the receiver position. So now the 2 offensive weapons for Belfast on the field. Williams setting up on the far side as a receiver. Trips to the left for Belfast. Boswell in the gun to the left of Lynn. Lynn gesticulating towards the linebackers, changing the play, it seems, at the line. Takes a snap, it's going to be a pass. He steps up into the pocket, doesn't like what he sees, takes off and runs again. He picks up a first down, slides over the 50-yard line. 2 Aztecs collide in their pursuit, but Belfast move the chains, first down.
I mean, Oromade running into Fofana there. Could have been a nightmare for Bristol. Both guys okay, but 2 QB runs, though that one didn't seem like it was a designed one. But again, they're right at that point, encroaching into the Bristol Aztecs side of the field. Decent enough here start for the Belfast Trojans.
Absolutely. We talked about how imposing that Aztecs D-line is, and maybe a bit of QB run could be something that we see more of in the game. A condensed set for the Trojans. Trips tight to the left-hand side. Boswell in the pistol behind Lynn. It's a handoff to Boswell to the left-hand side. Makes a man miss. Cuts up explosively. That's good for a gain of 7 and brings up second down for the Trojans.
I mean, the Bristol Aztecs offense thought they had him dead to rights on that left-hand side of the line, but no good. It's going to be a decent enough gain. I'm going to say they're 4 yards off a fresh set of downs for the Trojans.
And that was a really explosive play. You saw the formation to the left, setting up the blockers. Bristol knew what was going on, but they could not bring Boswell down, and it is second down and 4. Ball placed centrally in the field. It's trips to the right-hand side for the Trojans. Single receiver on the left there is Chad Higgins. Boswell in the gun next to Lynn. Lynn drops back to pass. Got Boswell to his right-hand side, looking for options as a rush comes, and it's a sack for the Bristol Aztecs. Cody Golding flying in from the Mike linebacker position. I feel like he may have just twisted his ankle slightly as he flew in for that, but it's brought the Trojans backwards, and now they have 3rd down and 9 on the halfway line.
I mean, the sheer pace that Golding came in on that one, I'm not surprised, but just limping straight off. Hopefully we can see him return, but making a big impact play as he now lies on the Bristol Aztec sideline.
Reckless abandon was how he described his playing style, and that was reinforced by his coordinator, James Wilford. We hope that he's okay there, and we've got a quick stoppage here as Cody Golding is admitted to on the field. But
there is an injured player in the Bristol team area. Injury timeout.
But whilst we've got this stoppage, what a start to the game. We've seen both offenses being able to move the ball. Obviously, both Bristol drives have ended in touchdowns. But our first sight of Rayshawn Boswell, this guy can play.
I mean, he certainly can. I mean, let's be honest, we're not surprised up here in the booth. I mean, it did seem like the Aztecs were able to get to him fairly quickly, but being able to shake off players is enough. But I mean, now staring down the barrel of a 3rd and 9, while it was looking pretty healthy there at 2nd and 5, it's going to be interesting to see how they...
Sorry, I was just showing the highlights of the touchdowns there. AJ Carr with the first one, and then the kickoff from Ormond Cunningham, being able to get it to bobble and cause the confusion for the Trojans, and Onamade flying in there. What a start for the Aztecs, but it's going to be a big 3rd down here for the Trojans. 3rd and 9 on the right hash on halfway, and we've got another quick stoppage here as Phil Gunning, both head coach and OC, has a quick
timeout taken. Belfast.
I mean, let's be honest, it's probably going to be going through the air here.
Of the
it's
half.
3rd and 9. It's
3
what you sort of
minutes
expect.
and 43 seconds remain in the first quarter.
Let's let Jed, our Whitecap, have his moment on the calls. Let's make sure we get that. So Phil Gunning calling a timeout there, making sure that everybody was happy with what was going on. And I can see what he's doing. It's a big 3rd down. Belfast want to get the right play in. Ideally, they don't want to be giving the ball back to the Aztecs anytime soon.
Yeah, I do expect it to be going through. Yeah, here. But I mean, even the Bristol Aztecs being able to have a chat. I'm sure they're probably disappointed that they've managed to give this much yardage to the Belfast Trojans.
So out of timeout, it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Trojans. They're going to set up with trips to the left-hand side. Williams, Ferris, and James Lynn on the left. It's going to be Chad Higgins on the right-hand side. Lynn presides with Boswell in the gun to his right-hand side. Bristol showing a heavy blitz formation with 7
Would the stadium
on.
announcer not make noise while the offense is at the line of scrimmage? Thank you.
So we've talked about how much is going on here at the stadium, and I think our stadium announcer getting a little bit too excited there, trying to rouse the crowd on 3rd down. He's had a swift talking to. And now we're back to the game. 3rd down for the Trojans. Lynn in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. Boswell with the block. Lynn fires out to the right-hand side. That's Higgins who makes the catch. Dragged out of bounds by Onamade. But from my position here, it looks like that's good enough to move the chains. And a big moment there for the Trojans, and they come up with a 1st down.
Just absolutely amazing. I mean, the white jerseys just swarming around Lynn, being able to get that right in the centre. It'd be interesting to see if the receiver even knew that was coming, but a big bread basket shot there and a great catch and a 1st down for the Belfast Trojans.
Huge play there for the Trojans, and they get a fresh set of downs on the Aztecs' 41-yard line. Belfast showing empty in the pre-snap, making sure the referee's making sure that the ball is positioned correctly as they whistle the play in. 3 to the left, 2 to the right for Lynn. Making an audible to the left-hand side. He takes the shotgun snap, moves up into the pocket, looks to play fake. He runs forward. Ball is out. Ball is out from the tackle. There is a melee in the pile there. We wait for the referee's call, and it is an Aztecs ball. Aztecs turnover.
I mean, Idrissa Fofana there, bringing the crunch and being able to knock that ball away, and the Aztecs now take over, stopping a very decent Belfast scoring opportunity.
We see it here. Lynn has run multiple times on this drive. He cut upfield. He wasn't expecting the pursuit from Fofana, who was able to reach over the top, knocking the ball away. It's pounced on by the Aztecs, and now they take over on their own 29-yard line.
I mean, as a first offensive drive goes for Belfast, I'd say decent enough, but obviously you don't want to turn the ball over.
Bristol come out with Sean Cook in the H-back, and Emmanuel Bauer sees his first appearance on the field for the Aztecs. Gretzinger takes a snap, hands it off to Bauer on that right-hand side. Running behind Cornwall Baptiste. Over the first down marker. He runs over a defender. He gains 15 yards on the play and gets a first down for the Aztecs.
I mean, that's putting on a show for the people right in front of the main stand, bringing the absolute boom for a Bristol Aztecs first down.
Running behind the blocks there of Nick Radley and Lawrence Cornwall-Baptiste. So we've seen both sides of the offensive line being able to move bodies at will as it's first down on the 44-yard line for the Aztecs. 2 receivers each side of the line. Bauer in the pistol behind Gretzinger. Gretzinger takes the ball, fires it out. Quick pass to the right-hand side. It's completed, and that's going to be a gain of 5 yards for Max Holland on the right-hand side.
Second and 5.
Second and 5 for the Aztecs.
A nice quick pass out there from Gretzinger. Well, the thing is, we know that he can bring the heat, throw those absolute missiles, but sometimes let's keep it nice and slow. They've seen something they like on Belfast, and they're going to be exploiting the outside going forward.
Something that Rhian Hudson talked about was using Gretzinger as a point guard to distribute on the short passes, and they're using them to effect here. 2 receivers each side of Gretzinger, who is in the gun. He sends Bauer back into the pistol. 3 yards behind him. Snap taken, ball given to Bauer up the left-hand side. He's met by a wall of green fighting for the ball in that melee. Whistles go. That's a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Aztecs.
I mean, in my opinion, that is the difference between good teams and bad teams. We saw receivers come back round to the other Bristol Aztecs side of the pile and start pushing. There are so many teams that you see up and down the country. When there's a melee like that, they just don't come in and try and shove the ball forward.
Big 3rd down here for the Aztecs. 1 yard to go. The ball's on the 47-yard line of the Trojans' half. 2 receivers to the left for the Aztecs. Tight end and receiver to the right. Bauer to the left to Gretzinger in the shotgun. Ball play fake to Bauer. It's a quick pass to Green on the left-hand side. He takes it over the first down marker, and that's good for a first down to the Aztecs. The ball's going to be spotted on the Trojans' 44-yard line.
And I mean, of course, it's Chris Greener. He's got to get a celebration in there. Just, yeah, that's just classic Chris Greener, but able to get it out there for another Bristol Aztecs first down. But it's nice to see, you know, they're sort of changing it up. It was a lot of running, a lot of Josh Brees, but now it's, as you've said, Gretzinger distributing the football.
Quick passes being the order of the day on this drive for the Aztecs. They set up with tight end and 2 receivers to the right. Bauer in the gun next to Gretzinger. Pass over the middle, completed, and it's going to be a first down for the Aztecs. Arnie Luck coming up with the ball. He loses his helmet on that play, but the Aztecs well into Belfast territory. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. First down, Bristol.
I mean, as we're talking about a UKF areas, we've got Belfast and Bristol. You've got to give a shout out here to the Cardiff Cobras. A lot of these Bristol Aztecs players, they've come from the Cardiff Cobras, Ollie Luck being one of them.
So Luck has got to go to the sideline for a play after losing his helmet on that catch. Gretzinger once again sets up in the gun. Bauer shifts to the left-hand side and receives the ball behind a wall of white jerseys. He stumbles forward, dives forward to the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Aztecs. And with that is the end of the first quarter as well. So obviously a change from our normal British American football fare
is the end of the first quarter.
These are 12-minute quarters that we have in Europe, and the game goes so much quicker when it's 12-minute quarters.
And that's why I love Uniball. Keep it nice and tight in 12. Nice and tight in 12.
Hosting a kicking competition, roughly a 20-yard kick. For anybody that would be interested in taking part, please come up to the announcement.
So as we switch ends, I mean, the sun is beating down here at Shaftesbury Park. It is a lovely day here in Bristol, and both teams getting a little bit of hydration before we get started again in the second quarter. Remember, 14-0 to the Aztecs. They've made a fantastic start and are driving again, looking to put another score on the board.
I mean, the one offensive drive here we've seen from Belfast, you know, I think it looked pretty good, but I mean, when you have Adrissa Fofana just clamping down on you, I defy anyone not to fumble that football.
Yeah, and it's always the worst thing when you're being chased. You know what's in front of you, you're not expecting someone behind you, and it's that over-the-top punching kind of action that it's just so hard to hold on to the ball. And Belfast was showing such promise in that drive, and it was all for nothing. And now Bristol, fantastic opportunity here. Ball spotted on the 26-yard line on the right hash. 2nd and 7 for the Aztecs. 2 receivers to the left with Sean Cook lined up at the tight end position. Bauer on the left-hand side of Gretzinger in the gun. Keanu Ebanks signaling down the line for the protection calls for the Aztecs. Bauer swap sides of Gretzinger. It's a play fake. Gretzinger back in the pocket, steps up, fades the rush, but fumbles the ball as he steps up. We've got another melee on the ground, and it looks like Belfast have turned that ball straight back over, and it's going to be Belfast offense on the field.
I mean, it's very strange. It's almost in the exact same position in the field that Belfast turned the ball over. A scoring opportunity goes the way of a fumble for the Bristol Aztecs. Hopefully that can add some momentum to the Belfast Trojans offense as they now join the field for the 2nd time.
And it's Dale Kelly, the venerable sage of the Belfast Trojans. He's not only playing, he's the general manager as well. He chased down Gretzinger, an almost carbon copy, as you said there, Tebs, and now Belfast out on offense and able to rectify what they did earlier in the game. Ramadan in the gun next to Lynn with Boswell behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Belfast. Boswell takes a handoff. Quick juke there, met immediately as he got to the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up 2nd down for the Trojans.
I mean, we see like there's maybe some little bit of extras. I can't imagine. Like these guys seem they know what's on the line here, but I will say, and this may be a jinx, a nice clean game so far, Morgs. A nice clean game.
Yeah, I think O-line coach there for the Aztecs, D-line coach for the Aztecs there is going to be quite happy with the finish to the play. Alex Gray coaching his guys up well there, but it's going to be 2nd down for the Trojans. 2 receivers to the left and right for Lynn with Boswell in the backfield. Snap to Lynn, he steps back, throws out to the right-hand side, snagged there very nicely by Michael Ferris, and that's good for a catch and a completion, but it's going to bring up about 3rd down and 7 for the Belfast Trojans.
And there was a completion on the play that brings up.
It's a nice mix, but if you look at the Belfast Trojans get into the line fairly quickly.
Belfast with trips to the left-hand side. Boswell in the gun. It's a handoff to Boswell, who goes right and turns on the burners through the Aztecs defense, over halfway, brought down inside Aztecs territory on the 42-yard line. An explosive play there for Boswell and moves the chains.
And they are going fast. Look at Belfast go. They're trying to catch the Bristol Aztecs lacking. They need to wait for those chains.
Tight trips again for the Trojans on the left-hand side. Lynn fakes it to Boswell. He takes it himself, slides down on the left-hand side, but there are flags flying on the play, and we will wait for Jed Brooks-Lewis's call on this one.
Holding. Number 81 of the offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still, 1st down.
James Lynn there, brother of Dominic Lynn, trying to block for his brother, ended up holding, and the momentum just seems to have stopped a little bit there for Belfast after that huge 1st down run. They've now got 1st and 20.
I mean, I don't think I've jinxed it there too much. But first one on, and now the Belfast Trojans have a long way to go. But Boswell lining up on the outside.
Belfast set up empty. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left of Lynn, who is all alone in the offensive backfield for the Trojans. Steps up in the pocket, evades the rush, throws out to the right-hand side. Diving grab there by Chris Williams. That's going to be a completion. It's only a gain of 4, but Dom Lynn able to get out of dodge there with the Aztecs flying around him.
I mean, Belfast Trojans sideline, they just erupted. They got to see a lovely play right in front of them, but they're eating into that deficit, that holding penalty cause. I imagine we're going to see a bit more through the air here, or at least attempted anyway.
You saw there, Drissa Fofana, he is everywhere in the Belfast backfield. Trips to the left-hand side for Lynn, takes a snap, drops back. Boswell picks up the block. Nobody there, and Boswell, after blocking, is able to take the catch, brings it over halfway. He gets tackled there. It's past the 45-yard line on the 44, and we've got a huge third down here for the Belfast Trojans.
I mean, that play looked like it was going absolutely nowhere. A great safety valve there from Boswell to be able to pick up a whole host of yardage, get them back to the original line of scrimmage, the original first down marker, so 3rd and 10 now for Belfast.
Ryan Davis flying in there, managed to make sure that Boswell didn't do any more damage as Belfast once again line up in empty. 3 receivers to the left. Lynn steps up, he's got a blitzer, he's got men all over him, fires the ball over, it's caught, completed. Boswell once again comes up with a catch. It's a first down to Belfast, and Rayshon Boswell is showing up here today.
I mean, what is in the water in Belfast? Because all the plays where they're managing to get these first downs are just spectacular.
George Rhymes there all over Dominic Lynn. I have no idea how he was able to avoid that and still make the pass, but now the Belfast Trojans have got a first down. The ball's on the 34-yard line, and they are knocking on the Aztecs' door. Trips to the left for the Trojans. Higgins once again isolated on the right-hand side. Boswell to the left of Lynn in the shotgun. Lynn steps back, avoids the pressure, rolls out, starts scrambling past the line of scrimmage. He gets to the sideline. He's brought down for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Once again, George Rhymes on the tackle there. Second down to the Trojans.
I mean, wherever the tackle is made for the Bristol Aztecs, you're seeing 53 and you're seeing number 4. So it's impressive from both Rhymes and Fofana. Again, two players been around the Aztecs a fair bit. They know what's on the line here. Can the Belfast Trojans get some points on the board?
2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line. Ramdan comes back into the backfield for the Trojans. Boswell sets up 4 yards behind Lynn. It's a bobbled snap. The ball's on the floor. Boswell's able to pick it up. He runs over to the right-hand side, trying to make something out of nothing. Dives forward and able to make a really potentially dangerous play into nothing but a 1-yard loss there for the Trojans. Brings up third down.
I mean, we've seen them be able to create something out of nothing, but I think that was maybe just a bit too much.
Yeah, you can see here on the replay, errant snap there by the Trojans. Lynn unable to come up with it, and Boswell just showing how special a player he is for the Trojans, and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage and make it less of a disaster.
Timeout taken. Belfast. This is their second charge timeout of the half. 6 minutes and 57 seconds remain in the second quarter.
So once again, we see Phil Gunning taking a timeout at really important times in the offensive drive for the Trojans. They've got third down. This could be a situation where they maybe go for 2. They have fourth down as well, Tebs. They want to try and keep this drive going.
I mean, especially when you're 14 points down, and both of those come in very, very quickly. Just being able to keep the Bristol Aztecs off the field, keeping that scoreline manageable, is what they're going to be trying to do here. But even 3 points, walking away with that for the Trojans is going to be an accomplishment, and keeping them very much within this football game.
So Bristol essentially changed out their entire defensive line during that timeout, so fresh bodies on the field for the Aztecs. It is a hot day here. I mean, we're in the booth, but it is pretty sweaty here. So you know, imagine with it being a 3G, it's going to be pretty warm out there for the players. Ramadan is back in the backfield next to Lynn. Snap taken, handoff to Boswell, straight through the middle. He's met there. And it's going to be Trafford Alley with the tackle, brings up fourth down, and we have an injured Trojan down on the field. So going to be interested here as we have the stoppage. You're in that kind of field position, Tebs, where
right time for an injured player.
You're in that kind of field position where you could punt, but you're not really going to get much from it. It's a long field goal. I mean, we saw Brolly in pre-game. He has got a very strong leg. They could try and kick for 3, but it's also a fourth down and a long way.
I mean, if he manages to drill a field goal from this length, I imagine jaws will be dropping, either both up in the booth and in the stands as well. Obviously, I'm unsure. I'd go for it. I'd go for it. You're 2 scores down. You want to try and stay in it. You've been able to create magic so far. Can they do it again? I mean,
we talk about kicking at half-time, guys. Please do stick around on the stream because we are going to have the Nando's kicking competition. We're talking about a 52-yard field goal. I believe Katie is going to be finding a patron in the stands here at Shaftesbury Park, and she's going to try and find out if somebody can kick a 30-yard field goal for some chicken.
I mean, I can't wait to see it. I mean, I know that I haven't got the leg for it, even for some delicious Nando's chicken, but I want to see if someone can do it. So many people say, "Oh, that looks easy." What are, you know, all these kickers? Well, how do they miss? Well, you're about to find out.
Well, this is it. Everybody talks a good game until the ball is spotted and you've got to try and stick it through the post. So please do stick around. We're going to have that live on the stream here. So I'm sure if anybody's watching and recognizes the patrons attempting the kick, they can ridicule them on social media if it doesn't quite go to plan.
I mean, we could be looking at a viral moment here. Even if it's good or if it's bad, either way, a viral moment could be coming your way very
And this
soon.
is the thing, I'm not entirely sure that those who have signed up to it know that this is going to be on YouTube as well, so there could be some awkwardness there as Mark McGrath is led off the field there. So the Belfast Trojans will have to replace an offensive lineman, and it brings up a huge 4th down for the Trojans. Their offense is staying on the field, and it looks like they are going to go for it here.
Again, I completely back this decision. Completely back it. Let's see what they can do.
Empty set for the Trojans. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Boswell is split out to the right-hand side. Williams in the slot on the left. Lynn takes the pass, drops back, fires it over the middle. It was looking for Chad Higgins. He had Chad Higgins, but what he didn't have was the time to step up in the pocket. It was Trafford Ali again there, causing the pressure, and it's a turnover on downs for Bristol.
I completely get the decision. I'm completely happy with the decision. It was just so close to being another Belfast Trojans 1st down, pulling that, you know, realistically out of nowhere. But right now, the Bristol Aztecs are going to be looking to make this 3 scores by the first half.
And the thing we talked about, Phil Gooding took the timeout. He had the right play call. He had the man open. He just didn't have the protection there for Lynn to be able to get the ball. But it's going to be Gretzinger setting up again. Brees is back on the field for the Aztecs, replacing Bauer. So it looks like Brees's drive swaps positions to the left-hand side of Gretzinger. Gretzinger takes the snap, hands it off to Brees on the right-hand side. He's got a pull-in blocker. He's up to halfway. A 1st down for the Aztecs and a big gain there for Brees on the first play of the drive.
And I mean, an absolutely fantastic opening there from Lewis Thomas, just getting his man, turning him around and allowing Josh Brees to run for another Bristol Aztecs 1st down.
The Aztecs rushing offense firing on all cylinders here. Ball spotted on halfway. You see on the replay there, Brees has got such a distinctive style of waiting to set the blocks up and then exploding through the line of scrimmage. It is really nice to see here. 1st down for the Aztecs. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right of Gretzinger. Brees will set up in the backfield next to him. Gretzinger passes it out to the left-hand side. Carr making tacklers miss. Takes it 5 yards. He's brought down by a Belfast Trojan. That brings up 2nd down.
I mean, AJ Carr, he's got the nimble feet. What he doesn't have is the size. When you're going up against some of these linebackers, when they grab a hold of him, it's tough for him to get loose.
Yeah, you see again the point guard play there by Gretzinger. Not the prettiest of balls, but it gets out. It lets the playmakers do their business. And a solid tackle made there. Brings up 2nd down for the Aztecs once again. 2 receivers left and right. Brees in the pistol behind Gretzinger. It's going to be a pass for Gretzinger over to the left-hand side. Completed pass there on the left-hand side. It's good for a 1st down. It's Harry Buckland, and Gretzinger is really connecting on these short passes here.
I mean, it's great to see Harry Buckland back playing for the Aztecs. He wasn't there last week, but it's just good to see him. He's a solid receiver, one of Gretzinger's trusted targets. So it's nice to see him get his first one of the day as AJ Carr subs out for the Aztecs.
Yeah, Cook and Green come onto the field replacing Bowering and AJ Carr. It's going to be 2 receivers to the right with Sean Cook lined up at tight end. Gretzinger looks to change the play here, communicating to the line and the receivers. He's got Brees to the left of him in the shotgun. Hand off to Brees, tries to make a man miss, but straight away gobbled up there in the backfield. It's Dan Hanna for the Trojans. It's a loss of 6 for the Aztecs and brings up 2nd down and long.
I mean, when you can get that penetration when you're the Belfast Trojans, you've got to be absolutely thrilled. You've got to be absolutely thrilled that you'll manage to get a tackle for loss on one of the best lines in, let's be honest, the whole of Europe.
Looked like a gap there between right guard and right tackle that he penetrated, and it's a great play there for the Trojans. Brings up 2nd and 14. Aztecs come out in trips to the right-hand side. Cook on the point of the trips. Brees splits out to the left, makes it empty for the Aztecs. Gretzinger alone in the backfield. Drops back to pass, finds Green underneath. Green barrels forward, bringing up 3rd down and 2. Great chunk of change there for the Aztecs to bring up a 3rd and manageable.
I mean, I am loving this from Rian Hudson. Make these passes quick. And I mean, again, for me, if Ethan Gretzinger can stay cool, calm and collected, he's one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the entire country.
Good child again on the tackle there, making sure that Green didn't get the 1st down. Brings up a crucial 3rd down for the Trojans. No substitutions from either side on this. Bristol setting up once again in empty. They're going to go trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Brees is the slot on the right-hand side for the Aztecs. Gretzinger gives a little audible there behind the line of scrimmage. He drops back to pass again, finds Green. He's over the 1st down marker. Completed pass. It's going to be a 1st down to the Aztecs, and Chris Green letting everybody know.
I mean, how many years has Chris Green got left? You've got to let him celebrate. And he's not said anything to me about retirement. It's just, I don't know, maybe a suggestion.
I threw out my neck yawning this morning, and Chris Green is the same age and is still playing American football at a European level. So I want to talk to his trainer, his masseuse. He's got something going on there that I most definitely don't have in my my daily regimen. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Aztecs, but as the whistles blow and the referees converge.
My time. This is the 2-minute warning.
It's not a timeout, it's not a timeout, it's not a timeout.
Belfast have 1 timeout remaining. Bristol have 3.
We have a 2-minute warning. Lots of options for the Aztecs with 3 timeouts. They only got 23 yards to go to get into the end zone. Now switching to what I'm going to call the motorway end of Shaftesbury Park. I can see the is that the M23? 32.
Do you know, I don't actually. I think it might be the M32.
It's the 30. It's a motorway of some description I can see. So that's the motorway end. That's the car park end. We're all good here. So it's 1st down to the Aztecs. Trips to the right-hand side for Gretzinger. Brees in the gun to the left-hand side. Gretzinger drops back. He's got the rush in front of him. Fires over the middle. Bowering was there for the play. Also there on the incompletion was Jordan Clinton. Brings up 2nd down for the Aztecs.
I mean, if the Belfast Trojans here can even hold the Aztecs to 3 points, that's a win. That's a Belfast Trojans win. They've got to stay locked in here for the next 2 minutes. Let's be completely honest. If they want to, you know, keep it pretty even, or not pretty even, less or manageable going into the 2nd half.
2nd and 10 for the Aztecs. Trips to the right for Gretzinger. Brees splits out, making it empty for Gretzinger, all alone there in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, quick pass to the right-hand side. It's AJ Carr. He gets to the 20-yard line. He's immediately tackled there by a Belfast Trojan. That brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Aztecs. Big down here for the Trojans, looking to get a stop here at the end of the 1st half, remembering that Belfast deferring the kickoff, they will receive first in the 2nd half. Aztecs out of the huddle quickly. They've got 2 to the left, 2 to the right of Gretzinger, who's once again in the shotgun, takes the snap, fires out to the right-hand side. It's AJ Carr. He's got blockers in front. He's got a path to the end zone. He's in for a score, and the Aztecs are 3 scores ahead here.
But there is a flag on the play. I imagine that's going to be out of bounds, but don't quote me on that.
What a play call there by Rian Hudson. If this stands, he had the pulling blocker out in front. He had the blocks from the trips formation as well. Carr had a clear path to the end zone. And it looks like, with the way the substitutions are going, that this is going to be a flag after the play. It looks like the the score will stand, but we will go down to our referee for the clarification.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit, number 22 of the defence. Bristol have elected to have this 15-yard penalty assessed on the succeeding kickoff.
So Tom Goodchild there with the late hit out of bounds. We see here, Gretzinger fired the ball out. He had Cornwall Baptiste and Lewis Thomas on the pull there, and you could just see the shot in the back there, but Goodchild, maybe a little bit of frustration, but now we have the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good. Ormond Cunningham is 3 for 3 on the day.
You said he cleared the stands. That's amazing, but not surprising.
He spoke in the week about how his target is a 55-yard field goal this year. He's come over from the London Warriors. We've seen in multiple Brit Bowls how much of a weapon his leg has been for them, and it's just an embarrassment of riches, it seems, for the Aztecs. Now, interesting situation here. Aztecs are going to go 15 yards forward on the kickoff. They conceivably could try and do an onside kick here.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me. Why not is the real answer here. And, you know, I think they've still got all 3 timeouts, if I recall correctly. So, again, would not surprise me here from the Bristol Aztecs.
So the ball's spotted on the 50-yard line. If Ormond Cunningham puts it out of the back of the end zone, it goes all the way out to the 20, so it only becomes a net 30-yard gain. So if they did attempt an onside, the very worst, the ball's going to be collected at the 40-yard line. So some interesting situations here for the Aztecs as we watch this kickoff. They've already recovered 1 kickoff. They didn't mean to, but they recovered 1. And my hopes have been dashed as Ormond Cunningham kicks the ball out of the back of the end zone. That was an easy little pitching wedge for him, and it's going to be a Trojans ball on the 20-yard line.
To be fair, I'm actually surprised they didn't go for that there, especially considering the Belfast offence. It's been okay, but they've only got 1 timeout, and they've been relying a lot on Boswell, their running back.
So under a minute here to play in the first half. Remember, those of you listening live, also watching live on the stream, please do stick around for the Nando's kicking competition at halftime. Katie is primed and ready with an unsuspecting patron of Shaftesbury Park who's going to be the hero or the villain here. But as the Trojans come out, they have 1 receiver out to the left, tight trips to the right-hand side. Boswell in the pistol, receives the handoff, out to the right-hand side he goes, trying to find a block, cuts up, sees a wall of Aztecs, is able to get 2 yards on the play.
I mean, no timeout call there either. Which, given by sometimes how aggressive the Aztecs are, is a bit of a surprise.
So Trojans taking their time here on their offensive possession. It's 2nd down and 7, ball spotted on the right hash. I mean, it's quite confusing. They've had both NFL and college hashes here. I think I got a little bit mixed up with the line machine yesterday, but we are all good, and it's going to be 3 receivers to the left as a H-back just off of the left tackle as Lynn steps back to pass. He's got Boswell. It was tipped by Boswell. Anamade was flying in, hopeful for the pick 6. Goes past his outstretched hands, brings up 3rd down for the Trojans.
You can say putting his
30
head
seconds
straight in his hands. Knew that there was an opportunity to put some more on the board, but right now it's 3rd down for the Belfast Trojans. And I think at this point they're just going to be wanting to limit, if they can even give any time back to the Bristol Aztecs, they want to make it as little as possible.
Lynn was looking around then. We've seen that dump off to Boswell be successful in the past, but just past his outstretched reach. And now you can see the Trojans looking to attack with their formation. They've got trips to the right. They've got both of their Americans on the left-hand side. Boswell comes in motion across the formation, sets up quads to the right. Lynn drops back to pass, steps up, feels the rush, fires the ball downfield. It's a completed pass over the middle there. It's at the 50-yard line, completed to Tom Morris, and a timeout called by Belfast.
I'm not entirely sure if they have. I think they're just moving quickly.
You're absolutely right. That's on me. I saw the refs waving, but it's going to be a 1st down. Lynn, back to pass. He's got pressure. He evades the pressure, dumps it off to Boswell, who's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And now we will have a Belfast timeout.
I mean, just being able to escape like that 1 tackle, staying up, being able to get it to the safety valve is one thing, but great on the Bristol Aztecs to be able to completely shut that valve off.
Timeout called, given...
Timeout taken. Belfast, this is their third and final timeout in the half. There are 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Jed Brooks clarifying with precision there how long is left for the Trojans to try and put something together at the end of the first half. Remember, they do receive the ball first in the second half, and like you said, the last thing they want to do is give any opportunity to Bristol to have another offensive play in this quarter.
I mean, at second and say 13 there, wouldn't surprise me if it's just going to be trying to run out the ball, but I would love to see if they try and put some air underneath this ball and try and do something absolutely spectacular. Got nothing to lose at this point.
Belfast set up again in an empty set. Williams and Boswell to the right-hand side. Lynn all alone in the offensive backfield for the Trojans. 5-6 Aztecs at the line with blanket coverage behind it. Lynn steps up again. Fires the ball long downfield. He's got Boswell. There's Adamade. It's intercepted by Adamade, and the Aztecs are able to nullify that Trojans possession.
Flags come in after the play, though. Let's see what the referees think about this.
There are arms being outstretched by the side judge. It makes me wonder if it's a pass interference, but I've got a sneaky suspicion this could be defensive pass interference, which could give the Trojans a 15-yard penalty and a fresh set of downs as the clock ticks down. So we're going to have a quick moment here. Looks like Eddie Adamade is down. I mean, it was a fantastic interception going up over the top of Boswell, who
pass
was
interference, number 0 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, previous spot, automatic, first down. There are 4 seconds remaining in the half. My time for an injured player.
So here is the situation. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line, right hash. Belfast essentially have one play, unless there's another penalty and there's an untimed down, but one play to try and get this ball in the end zone.
I mean, some of the Bristol Aztecs upset with that play calling. Oh, sorry, no, it's not play calling. Upset with the referee's decision there. But at the end of the day, referee's decision stands, and the Belfast Trojans are going to get a free 15, a fresh set of downs. But as you said, only 4 seconds remaining. But I do appreciate that they went for that. They just got to run that ball up. They went for it. But, I mean, if they could do it again, let's see.
So Trojans straight away coming out with an attacking formation. They had 4 receivers to the right-hand side. James Wilford taking the opportunity.
Timeout taken. Bristol, first charge timeout. 4 seconds remain in the half.
James Wilford taking the opportunity there to see what they were going to come out in so that he could then have a little conversation and then set his defence up the right way for it. Belfast looking like they were going to throw a Hail Mary. You flood the short side of the field, throw it up, and there's always going to be that one person around if there's a tip down or there's some kind of commotion in the end zone where everybody's going up for the ball there, Tebs.
Yeah, again, I do hope to see it. As a fan of fun, exciting football, let's add a bit of spice into this second half. But as I said, Belfast starting with the ball when we come back to this CEFL first round matchup. It's not quite over yet for the Belfast Trojans. Let's see what they can do on the final play as we bid adieu to the first half with this play, probably unless there's a flag.
So Belfast changed their formation. They come out in a tight trip to the right-hand side. Boswell steps up to a wing-back position. Williams shifts out further to the right. Lynn is alone in the backfield. Pressure here from the Aztecs. Lynn fires it to Boswell. He's got a lot of room to make up. He makes one guy miss, but he's only able to get it to the 15-yard line, and that is going to do it for the first half. So
time expired on the down. This is the end of the second quarter.
So 21-0 to the Bristol Aztecs at half-time in this CEFL fixture. And Tebs, sum it up for me. What have we seen here?
I mean, to be fair, it's not been the domination that I think people are expecting from the Aztecs. The Aztecs have made mistakes. I've personally been impressed with the Belfast Trojans, but let's be real, the Aztecs' defense is elite. Let's be honest, that's what's keeping this game at a very large arm's length here for the Bristol Aztecs. Hopefully we'll come out, maybe see a bit more rotation from the Aztecs, but right now Belfast are going to have a long chat at half-time.
We spoke to James Wilford during the week. Obviously, they were able to get a shutout against the Blitz. And initially, he had challenged the Aztecs defense to 1 score and 3 turnovers. He was immediately shot down by his defensive leaders. Said, no, coach, we're going for another shutout. And through 2 quarters, they've been able to do exactly that. And it's essentially, it's going to take a perfect game from the Trojans to make sure that they could get the ball in the end zone. We saw it on their first drive. They were looking to score, and they got turned over. But as we look at the highlights here, you see Gretzinger to AJ Carr. That got the first score on the board. It was then Ormond Cunningham with the short kickoff. There was confusion in the ranks of the Belfast Trojans. Onamade was able to slide in there, and from there it was a clinical set piece from the Aztecs. Gretzinger was able to avoid the rush. He was able to fire it into the end zone. Ollie Luck getting his first score of the year. Fantastic work by Gretzinger in the face of the pressure, rolling to his right, finding the receiver who had pressure all over him. Then Belfast came back. They were driving down the field, but it was Fofana who was able to get the turnover. He got the arm in, chasing down the play. Elite effort there by the Bristol Aztecs defender and captain. That nullified the Belfast Trojans' drive when they were doing so well. And then later on into the second half, you saw Gretzinger turning the ball over himself. Belfast were able to get the ball back, and they've been able to move the ball in fits and starts, but have not ultimately been able to do much in the way of scoring chances. And then to finish off the first half, it was Gretzinger to AJ Carr. He had a wall of offensive linemen outside of him. He had a possession into the end zone and making it 21-0 for the Bristol Aztecs. So those are the scores on the doors, as they may have said a fair few years ago. But we are now going to take the opportunity to set up our Nando's kicking competition. Katie is down on the sideline, down on the field, sorry. She has been able to find a few patrons here at Shaftesbury Park, and we are going to see just who can make a field goal with chicken on the line.
We've had an amazing game so far, and as a special treat for you at half-time, we've got our Nando's kicking competition. So we've actually got American football royalty who's going to be teeing up the balls for these guys. We're working with Tom Levick, who is the most capped player for the men's GB. He was actually playing for GB for 2 decades, and he also captained the Aztecs when they went to win their amazing Brit Bowl last year. So shall we meet some of the contenders? Come over, guys, let's have a chat. That's it. Let's have a round of applause for everyone who's taking part today. Okay, first up we've got Charlie Drake. Charlie, where are you? Charlie, how are you feeling today?
Nervous.
Nervous! Oh! You got this, man. Okay, it's 20 yards. That's not hard, right? 20 yards? Yeah? Okay. Have you been enjoying the game so far today?
Yeah, it's great.
And who are you here to support?
Aztecs.
Of course, the Aztecs. Come on. Luke, where have we got Luke?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Oh, very, very nervous.
Oh my gosh, a lot of nerves here.
See the competition. These lads have got a better chance than I have.
It's gonna be tough. And we've got Jamie as well. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel excited.
Hey, that's what we like, some positive mental attitude. We've also got Ben. Hey Ben, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
I think you've got it in the bag, Ben. What do you think?
Yeah, I want to do it. Yeah, try my best, you know.
Try your best, indeed. That's perfect. We've got Freddie. We've got 2 Freddies actually. Which is going to be the Freddie to beat today? Who's feeling more confident?
Maybe me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've both got a good chance. So, to summarise, everybody needs to try and kick it over the 20 yards, and they can win Nando's vouchers, of course, free tickets to the next Bristol Aztecs home game, and also some amazing exclusive Battle of the Isles merchandise. So, shall we go over and meet Tom Levick? Yeah. Let's go. How are you doing, Tom? Have you enjoyed the game today?
Yeah, it's really good so far. Excellent results. Hoping for a really good and positive second half from both teams.
Absolutely. Right, shall we get this on the show on the road? All right then. Who's going first? Charlie, you're going first. Come on. You still feeling nervous?
Yeah.
I think the crowd needs to get behind Charlie. Can we hear some noise for Charlie, please?
Let's go, love.
And everybody in the stands, I'm gonna want a drum roll. Can you do that for me? All right. Charlie, you ready? Drum roll, please, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Excellent effort, Charlie. Excellent effort. Freddie Almond, you're up. You're up next. Can we get a round of applause for Freddie, please? Who's going to win some tasty chicken today? Is it going to be Freddie? Round of applause, please, for Freddie as we go. Let's go. Woo! Not quite, but very, very close. All right, Freddie number 2. Freddie Beck, you're up. You can do this. Drum roll for Freddie, please. Whoa! An excellent attempt. Luke, come on, mate, you're up. Now, earlier you said you were feeling very, very nervous. Say that again?
The nerves are in.
Yeah, okay. Can we please have a drum roll for Luke, please? Hey, come on! A round of applause for Luke. What a winner, 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 chicken dinner. Very well done, Luke. That's incredible stuff. All of those nerves you were able to transmute into action, so you should feel very, very proud of yourself today. Fran, you're on. How you feeling? You feeling ready?
I'm buzzed, you know.
Yes, come on, Fran. Drum roll for Fran, please. Whoa, look at this run up, everybody. This man's about his business. Go on, let's go. Well, it's gone the distance, but not quite the height. Good effort, Fran, good effort. Jamie, last but by no means least. Now, Jamie, you were also feeling particularly nervous. Are you still feeling nervous?
Yeah, I was hoping he'd whiff it, but no.
He absolutely didn't. You've got a tough act to follow with your mate Luke. All right, we've got a lefty over here. So can we please have another drum roll for Jamie? Come on, Jamie. Oh! Hit the crossbar. Well done. You guys absolutely nailed it. Really, that was fantastic. And just goes to show, just because you're nervous, it doesn't really matter. And last but not least, we've got Ben. Ben, now you were absolutely so excited to go for this today. How are you feeling?
Good, yeah, I really want to do it, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay. And you've had a great day so far, haven't you?
It's been amazing. Thank you so much, Lucy and Freddie's dad, for taking me here, yeah.
Shout out Freddie's dad and Lucy. All right, Ben. Right, we've got to focus on this, okay? Yeah? Find your zen. You can do it, okay? You ready? Drum roll for Ben, please. Oh, that was a fantastic attempt, Ben. All of you have done exceptionally well, so I'm pleased to say all of you have won free tickets to the next home Aztecs game. Thank you so much. Now let's come over here and have a chat with our two winners. Luke and Jamie. I'm sorry not to include you, Charlie, but you didn't manage to do it, so you can leave. Guys, how are we feeling now that you've managed to do that?
Yeah, good. I'm just going to wait for the call up from the Aztecs. They might take me on. It was a pretty clean shot, so. But Jamie, not as good as mine, was it?
And how are you feeling about yours?
I feel relaxed now. Yeah, there was a lot of stress. I was shaking, but.
And you thought it was a crossbar challenge, didn't you? Well, I'm really pleased to say that both of you won Nando's vouchers. So, you know, looks like you're getting Nando's tonight and also some exclusive merchandise as well. So congratulations. You've both absolutely nailed it. And enjoy the second half. Thank you for taking part and thank you all of you. We absolutely love getting people involved from the crowd. It's just so much fun. Right, and that's it for half-time from me. Back up to the gantry.
Thank you very much, Katie. We had a little bit of a chat in the weeks preceding this game. What are we going to do at halftime? My instructions to Katie were, I want this to be pure Pat McAfee. I want there to be insults. I want there to be hurtful comments. I want there to be pressure on it. What we got was just a lovely family, bit of a competition there, and that's just not what I wanted.
I tell you what, very, very impressive kicking though. Cheering them on up in the gantry. I was very, very impressed. I can't lie.
I don't know if you noticed it as well, but whilst they were attempting 30 yards, Reece is setting up at 40. He's setting up a 55-yard field goal on the other side of the pitch, and it's been going through pretty comfortably. So yeah, it's almost like when the Olympics comes round and you see those posts on social media. It's like, I want an average person to do the 100 meters, and then I want to see the guys break 10 seconds. So just so I've got a bit of an understanding, this is what we've got. We've got the elite on one side and we've got the participation. But it was great to see. Really, really fun. And that's going to be a mainstay of the Aztecs half-times here at Shaftesbury Park this season. We're going to have the games and then we're going to try and win some chicken at the same time.
With the Belfast Trojans out now. I imagine, you know, having a good chat there. There's definitely positives to take away from their first half. Obviously no score, but I mean, for me, I think it's clear to see why the Belfast Trojans are the elite of Irish football. They've been putting on decent offensive drives, Boswell obviously being a mainstay, but with the QB as well, Lynn running as well, it's been successful. With my score prediction, I think that the Trojans will put points on the board. If they leave here scoreless, I will be very, very surprised. And that's no, you know, comment on the Bristol Aztecs defense. I just do think the Belfast Trojans are that good.
Yeah, and the things that we spoke about in the pre-game about the strength of the Aztecs being their D-line, we've seen that every time Dom Lynn drops back, he is under pressure, he's moving. There was quite a bit of prescribed QB run at the start of the game. That then turned into him scrambling and trying to find players downfield. So that's been a real problem for the Trojans to have to adapt to. And the thing that we said when we went off air and we were waiting for the kicking competition, it puts the pressure on them because they have to have a perfect drive every single time in order to score.
I mean, the big one here is that opening drive. I mean, I imagine the Aztecs are going to be kicking it deep. They're not going to be trying any funny business, but Belfast need to score. It's not like they need to score. They need to get that momentum up. That sideline erupted when they were able to force that fumble on Ethan Gretzinger. They need to keep that going. I'm a big proponent of momentum is what wins football games for the most part.
Absolutely. So we are moments away from the second half kicking off. Our referees have come out, and that normally is the precursor to the warm-ups ending. The team's heading to the sideline, and like we said, Belfast did defer. Now, I've been part of a game in British American football. I don't want to name the team that this happened against, but they won the coin toss, and they deferred. And then we got to the second half, and we're lining up on kick return, and I'm stood there on the front line going, we've returned twice. It's like, yeah, they wanted a kick. Okay, let's go for it. Let's do it. So there is a potential that you could receive twice, but it doesn't normally happen.
I mean, I've seen that a few times. It's normally like, what? Why are we doing that? What is going on?
Do they know what is okay? No, we're doing it. We're doing it. But I fully expect Belfast to take the ball in the second half. I almost think that the referees they phrase it in a way that stops these mistakes happening. It's horrible to see. So it is 21-0 to the Bristol Aztecs. Remember, a place in the next round of the CEFL is at stake here today. Warsaw is the destination. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Trojans come out of their halftime team talks with. They've been able to move the ball. They've shown multiple formations. They've fed the ball to Rayshawn Boswell, who has been a real strong player here today. They haven't got Chris Williams much. That's something that we haven't seen much in the passing game. So it'll be interesting to see if they try and feature him a bit more in the second half, Debs.
I do want to shout out the Botanic Inn over in Belfast, which are doing a live stream party right now. So if you are watching over there, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you're all having a good time out there as well. And also I want to say a shout out to Bristol's second team, the Apache. They're currently playing the Solent Thrashers as well. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'll get a scoreline for that, but they have told me they were disappointed that they did draw an away day on this day. They did want to be here for Belfast. They'll be interested in the score as well. But Belfast lining up on the sideline. Bristol currently still going through some drills, but the kickoff for the second half is imminent.
So we are about 5 minutes away from the kickoff here. For those of you joining us on the stream, chance to get your beverages and your, well, I was going to say lunch, but I suppose it's mid-afternoon tea that we would be preparing whilst waiting for the start of the second half. Maybe a couple of cucumber sandwiches and a scone or two. Make sure you put the cream first, then the jam, always important.
I tell you what, as lunch goes, you're talking about it, it's making me hungry, especially considering that the food stands over that the Bristol Aztecs have provided. They're wafting over it, and it smelled delightful all game, and it's making me ravenous that I will probably be attacking that when I come down from the gantry. Well, no matter how long it takes me, 2 to 3 years.
I know. I mean, we are locked into the gantry here. We have no way of getting down until the end of the game. It is a cosy confine here with our cameras either side of us, and a fantastic job so far by Cheers Mate providing the stream for the Bristol Aztecs. They're going to be here with us all season at home games and any away games that the British American football community would like their games to be streamed. I'm sure we'll be able to rustle something up and make it happen to bring the Premiership south to the YouTube stream and to the patrons all around the country. So both teams have now gone to their sideline, and the referees are primed and ready to start the second half. Tom Levick, GB captain, Bristol Aztecs captain, all-round good guy of British American football, and so we can pick up very heavy stones and put them on ledges. He's just running over. He did a fantastic job for the kicking competition. Holding the ball, we saw some interesting shots. We saw some very clinical shots as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing that again. And it's going to be the Belfast Trojans who will be receiving here in the second half. They're going to be attacking the car park end. Looks like Bristol will be kicking to the motorway end here at Shaftesbury Park.
The Belfast Trojans all gathering around here. I think they know the importance of this drive. I think being able to score on that opening drive when you're this far down, I do worry sometimes that I try and maintain hope. I try and maintain hope in these games as much as possible, but sometimes when it gets past the 3-score mark, that's when my hope and the light in my eyes starts to dim. And that's one thing that the Belfast Trojans are going to be wanting to avoid. But they are setting up here as we are ready for the second half of the first round of the CFL matchup between the Aztecs and the Trojans.
Max Dimitrov is setting up alongside Rayshawn Boswell to return the kick for the Belfast Trojans. Max Dimitrov, safety and captain for the Trojans here. and it's going to be Ormond Cunningham, number 43, who will send the ball into this hazy, sunny Bristol sky to start the second half. To Dimitrov, it goes on the left-hand side. He fields it cleanly, takes the ball into the middle of the field, off of a blocker, makes a man miss. He's out to the right-hand side, up to the 35-yard line. He's up to the 40-yard line. He had a crease and is out on the Belfast Trojans sideline. A really positive kick return for the Trojans, positive field position, and they will start on the 40-yard line.
I mean, absolutely fantastic return there, especially when we've seen a calamity in the first kickoff, or the second kickoff, I should say, the second kickoff. I mean, to be able to get it there, that looks good. Hopefully we can see a bit more momentum coming from the Trojans.
So Dominic Lynn is back out for the Trojans, and he will line up at wide receiver on the right-hand side. So a Wildcat look to start the second half for the Trojans. Boswell in the quarterback position. He takes the snap. It's a direct snap and handoff to Boswell up the left-hand side, forcing his way forward. He's good for about a yard, maybe half a yard, and that brings up second down for the Trojans.
And I mean, and just being crushed there, but I'm sure that when you line up in Wildcat, you want to see something exciting, something fun, and a 1-yard gain is certainly not what the Belfast Trojans expected there, but you're getting past a very stacked D-line of the Aztecs.
But definitely opening out all of the playbook here to take it to the Aztecs. Lynn comes back to his regular quarterback position. He's got the tight trips to the right-hand side. Boswell in the pistol behind him. Williams split out on his own. It's a handoff to Boswell to the right-hand side. Trafford Alley, diving tackle across the line of scrimmage, tapping the ankles of Raysean Boswell. Gets about 2 or 3 yards there and brings up a third down and 6 for the Trojans.
I mean, no half-time rust here for the Aztecs at all. They've come out absolutely flying in a drive where the Belfast Trojans need to put points on the board. Very, very impressive so far from the hometown side.
Belfast come up to the line of scrimmage. Big third down here. Ball spotted on the 42-yard line. H-back Ramadan on the right with 2 receivers outside of him. It's a fake to Boswell. It's a pitch to Ramadan. He's moving forward. He's over halfway. He has a Belfast Trojans first down. A bit of trickeration there by Phil Gunning, and the Trojans have a first down.
I mean, again, exciting plays. I mean, you've made a fan out of me, Belfast
Offside,
Trojans.
number 17 of the defense. This penalty is declined. Play results in a Belfast first down.
So Belfast getting the first down there, flag on the play. But I mean, just exciting football being played here by the Belfast Trojans. And I mean, I can't wait to see how they do the rest of the season, but we will get through this game first, of course.
First down, Trojans on the 49-yard line. Trips left for them. Lynn in the receiver position once again. Boswell and Ramadan in the backfield. Another direct snap with the Ramadan on the lead block. He bounces it out to the left-hand side. He's got a first down. He's past the 30-yard line. Tackled there. And it's going to be a first down, Belfast. The Wildcat working extremely effectively there. And it was Tom Seeger, the GB safety, able to bring him down. Huge game for the Trojans.
I mean, those first two plays was looking like this was going to be an all Aztecs second half, but I mean, you love the willpower of the Belfast Trojans and the tricky plays. I absolutely love to see it.
Belfast lining up with the ball on the 31-yard line. Chris Williams splits out on the left-hand side of his own. Ramadan and Boswell in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right-hand side for Belfast. Fake handoff to Boswell. Quick pass out to Mo Ramadan. He makes a man miss, makes a second man miss. Then the third man brings him down. Lovely little juke and jive there from number 44, and it brings up a second down for the Trojans.
I mean, the Trojans are on the move. It's as simple as that. This is momentum personified. They've got the juice, and they have got a very, very close, I think that's a 2nd and 3 now for Belfast.
Just sorting out some of the technicals in the gantry here, and Belfast really positive start to the second half here. Trips to the left here with Boswell on the left-hand side of Lynn. Higgins split out on his own on the right-hand side of the Belfast formation. Lynn drops back. He goes for Higgins. blocked off there by Onamade, walled off down the sideline. You're asking a lot for a receiver to go up one-on-one against Eddie Onamade, and it brings up third down for the Trojans.
I mean, you said it in the pre-game that if you're going to be thrown to Onamade's side, you're taking a risk. But I mean, just being incomplete there, you'll take it instead of the interception we did see earlier that was called back for a flag.
Big third down here for the Trojans, potentially in fourth down territory with the way that the game is. Defensive coordinator James Wilford signaling the plays out to his defenders. Belfast are going to line up in that tight trips to the left-hand side. Higgins on his own on the right. Boswell lined up in the pistol behind Lynn. Lynn signals to Boswell, points out the blitzer. It's a low snap. He's able to take it. He's now rushing to the side. He's looking to make a pass. He throws it out. Incomplete. Play just broke down there straight away from the snap. You could see Dom Lynn pointing out the blitzer to Rayshawn Boswell, but then he wasn't able to get the snap, and it all kind of went downhill from there.
I mean, that's the second time we've seen a snap go haywire for the Belfast Trojans. And I mean, one thing that is, I mean, it can really kill a team's momentum, and that's exactly what has happened there.
So fourth down for the Trojans. They keep their offense on the field. Dominic Lynn peels out to the left-hand side as a receiver. He beckons Chad Higgins along with him. It's Boswell alone in the backfield. 3 Trojan receivers to the right-hand side. Blitz coming from the Aztecs. It's Boswell over to the right-hand side. He tries to find a crease. He finds a wall of Aztecs. They sniff that one out early, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Flag is on the field. I feel like that's going to be a penalty after the play. We will wait for Jed Lewis, our white cap, our head referee, with the call there.
The result of the play was a tackle short of the line to gain. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 56 of the defence. This penalty will be enforced half distance. It will be a first down, Bristol.
Kieran Hopley there getting a little bit too excited on the outcome of the fourth down. You can see it here, Boswell in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right. They're trying to run the sweep to the right-hand side. It was gobbled up immediately by the Aztecs. It was a fantastic play. And Kieran Hopley maybe he's getting a little bit too excited with the magnitude of that stop on fourth down.
I mean, now the Aztecs are backed up there. Their snapping's been fantastic, so maybe not too much to worry about, but certainly in that danger zone.
Empty for Gretzinger. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. As the Aztecs come out on first down, he steps back to throw. Out to the left-hand side it goes. Brees takes the ball, cuts inside. A wall of Trojans meet him there. He picks up 4 yards, and the short passing game for the Aztecs comes back in the second half.
I mean, it's nice and conservative here from the Aztecs. We've seen in the past sometimes they can be a bit sensational. They can be a bit, you know, trailblazing with their offense. But this is, you know, let's keep it nice and light. Let's keep it nice and easy. That's exactly what they've been doing so far in this game.
Priest comes back into the backfield, trips to the right for Gretzinger. Single receiver to the left. Gretzinger takes the ball, fakes the run. It's out to AJ Carr on the right-hand side on the screen. He makes one guy miss, but is then gobbled up by a sea of Belfast Trojans. That is good enough for a first down for the Trojans, so for the Aztecs, and the ball's going to be spotted roughly on the 29 or 30 yard line.
Aztecs, again, I think putting on a good display for, you know, there's a lot of fans here. Maybe they've never seen a Bristol Aztecs game before. Maybe they've never seen American football before. But again, putting on a good display, nothing else to really say, but getting out to AJ Carr, and that is enough for a first down. 2
receivers each side of the offensive line for the Aztecs. Brees to the left of Gretzinger. Gretzinger, another quick pass out to the right-hand side it goes. Quick screen is set up there to Max Holland. He's not able to make the first man miss. It brings up second down, maybe a yard gained at best there for the Aztecs.
I mean, considering that they came out and it was, you know, Josh Brees, and then more Josh Brees. It's nice to see them, you know, spread that ball around. I mean, we have seen, you know, quite a lot from, you know, even Chris Green getting the ball, but it's nice to see them, you know, sharing the ball out, sharing the love here today.
Bowering replaced by Cook for this third down. Max Holland comes in motion over to the left-hand side. So 2 receivers to the left of Gretzinger as well as Cook, tight end. Ball's handed off to Brees, sweep to the left-hand side. Brees is through the line of scrimmage. He's out, he's bounced it out to the outside. He's turned the corner, he's on the 40-yard line. 30, chasing tackle, not made. Brees cuts inside to the middle. He's at the 5-yard line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs!
I mean, you see all the O-linemen out there running almost in front of Brees there, being able to protect him, and the Aztecs put another touchdown on the board.
Josh Brees there, he had 2 rushing touchdowns last week against the London Blitz. He had a receiving touchdown as well, and he is now on the board here in the CEFL competition. Fantastic run out to the left-hand side. There were players desperately calling out. It was Max Dimitrov jumping at his ankles, wasn't able to make the toe tap tackle, and Brees into the end zone as Cunningham sets up for the extra points. Snap is high, Green brings the ball down. It's through the post. 4 for 4 is Reese Ormond Cunningham, and the Bristol Aztecs are 28 points to the good.
Didn't quite clear the stands that time. I think a fan did. I think the hands were up, but I think it went through the hands and went through the uprights as well. So another Aztecs touchdown. Yeah, nothing else to say. Just the words, simply Josh Brees.
And that's it. You saw on that third down, Sean Cook subs in for a receiver. So they've got the tight end to that side. It's an outside zone to the left. You're running behind the wall that is Keanu Ebanks and Lewis Thomas. He's able to turn that corner. And when Josh Brees puts on the afterburners, it is going to be very difficult to catch him in the open field.
I mean, I said earlier that, you know, Lawrence Cornwall-Baptiste had some worries about his motor. He was out in front. Number 66 was right there, creating space. You love to see it.
So it is going to be Dimitrov and Boswell lining up to return the kick for the Trojans. They brought the ball all the way inside the Aztecs 30. They weren't able to convert on 4th down, and then the Aztecs doing the business and scoring the 4th touchdown of the game. Dimitrov takes the high ball in the middle of the field. He tosses it to Boswell. He hasn't got the blockers in front. Instead, it's a sure tackle there by the Aztecs. Xavier de Almeida with the tackle. Belfast Trojans football, and they're going to start their offensive drive on the 18-yard line.
I mean, when that play works, it's a thing of beauty. But sometimes when you get a team that the Aztecs have seen that, and basically the Aztecs have seen that before. Do you know what I mean? The Aztecs have seen that before, managing to quell it, and now the Trojans starting within their own 20.
So 81 yards of the field to go for the Trojans in order to be able to score here. Midway through the third quarter, we've got 6.5 minutes left here. Tight trips to the left-hand side with Boswell setting up in the pistol behind Lynn. He takes a snap. He's able to get through the line of scrimmage, puts on a burst, and then is up to the 34-yard line. First down, Trojans.
I mean, the angle that he was running, it was like he was running straight towards the commentary box and that space was open, but they're going quick again, are the Belfast Trojans.
Belfast lining up, trips to the right-hand side, a fake to Boswell. Lynn out to the right-hand side, incomplete pass. There is a flag on the play. The pass is incomplete, and we will wait for the call from Jed Brooks Lewis, sorry.
After further discussion, there is no foul on the play for an ineligible player downfield. The pass was touched first behind the line of scrimmage.
So no flag on the play brings up second down there. Harry Newman subs on for Tom Seeger in the defensive backfield for the Aztecs. And we always see just little glimpses there of the magic that Brayshawn Boswell has when he has the ball in his hands. He lines up in the pistol behind Lynn. Ramadan to his left-hand side. Williams is singled up on his own on the left. 2 receivers on the right for the Trojans. Lynn takes a snap, fakes to Boswell, steps up. He's got defenders deep, but he's got Bristol Aztecs all around him. Sack on the play by Charlie Dace. He was looking for the deep ball. He didn't have the protection, and that brings up 3rd and long on the 29-yard line.
I mean, Lynn was loading up there for some absolute heat, but once again, didn't quite see that defender coming round. Dace has the sack. And I think an interesting development here, I think Lewis Thomas, the Paris Musketeers' own lineman, is changing numbers right in front of us. And I think that's an catching eligible number as well. So this will be an interesting one.
Lewis Thomas has got his Christmas wish and is going to be fielding as a tight end, it seems, later on in the game. It's 3rd down. There's 7 on the line for the Aztecs. Boswell takes the handoff to the right-hand side, cuts through the line of scripts, makes a break, and he's into the backfield of the Bristol Aztecs. He's in past the 40-yard line, the 30, 25. He's got 2 defenders with a chance. Idrissa Fofana brings him down inside the 10. What a run by Rayshawn Boswell on 3rd down, and it's goal to go for the Belfast Trojans.
I mean, absolute magic once again for Belfast. Now find themselves in the best position they've found themselves on the field so far today. But I mean, I'm going to shout out Idrissa Fofana for the absolute pace there to keep up with an American running back. He was close. Absolutely amazing.
It wasn't just him as well. It was Xavier De Almeida who was also there on the tackle. I couldn't see his number as I was calling it, but both of them able to corral Rayshawn Boswell. And just to point out there, that was an outside zone to the right. He's cut through the line of scrimmage, back to the left, turned on the explosion. And you see between both him and Josh Brees, when they get space, they are dangerous.
Yeah, we do have an Aztec down. I think that is Josh Ricketts, who's now coming off.
It's a huge momentum shift here in the game. The Trojans now have 1st and goal on the 9-yard line of the Aztecs, full spotted on the left hash. And we've seen a multitude of sets and formations from the Trojans. We've seen a bit of wildcat, we've seen empty.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be interesting to see what Phil Gunning has got cooked up in his playbook here to try and get the Trojans on the board here in the 3rd quarter. Tomlin in the backfield, Ramadan beside him, and a new running back checks into the game, Kevin Sungo for the Trojans. Williams is singled on the left. Low snap again. Lynn struggles to collect it. He's rushing out of the pocket. He is being chased. He's able to evade the first tackler. Gets out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Corralled there by Fred Smith at the linebacker position. Again, another low snap for the Trojans. Brings up 2nd and goal.
It does seem like they rattle off something magical. They're in scoring position. The snap just isn't there. And now, obviously, they've still got some downs to go, but I never like calling out. I played centre. I never like calling out a centre, but sometimes it can be absolutely damaging.
Yeah, when you've got Joe Abu at the defensive tackle position alongside some of the players that the Aztecs have, it is a tough day at the office. Boswell checks back into the game in the Wildcats. Lynn is out to the left-hand side. Ramadan beside Boswell. Boswell takes the snap straight out to the right. He's looking to pass, still looking to pass in the backfield, running around, trying to buy space, brought down from behind there. Adam Woodward with the sack on Boswell. We've seen the Wildcat, we've seen the running aspects of it. Dare I say the Trojans get a bit clever for their own good here as they try to find the end zone of the Aztecs.
Don't get me wrong, they've had some very, very fun plays today, but right now in a scoring position, maybe dial it back a bit, because we've seen 2 plays there, a bad snap, and then a play that was maybe a bit too, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the word. Too clever,
maybe. Dare I say it, and so brings down a huge first down. To be fair, with the 2 plays they've had, they've only lost about a yard or so, and so Lynn comes back into the backfield at the quarterback position, trips to the right-hand side. Williams singled on the left, Boswell to the right of the quarterback for Belfast. Lynn takes the snap. He's looking to pass. A sea of Aztecs. He's brought down by Trafford Alley. That's a huge sack. It takes the ball back to the 26-yard line. 4th down for the Trojans. Not what they wanted after that huge Rayshawn Boswell run.
I mean, it was all going so well. a bad snap, an ambitious play gone awry, and now a big sack here. It looks like they are going to be setting up for a field goal to put some points on the board.
So the ball spotted on the 26-yard line, the point of the hold on the 34. So it's going to be a 44-yard field goal for Ryan Brolly here to try and get the Aztecs on the board. There's a player running off for the Trojans. I think they may have had 12 men on the field there.
Illegal substitution on the offense, 12 players in the formation, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Thomas Montgomery there, number 98, getting a little bit too excited and thought he was on as the wing back for the field goal. So a 44-yard field goal now becomes a 49-yarder. And we saw the kicking competition at halftime. This is a big old field goal for Ryan Brolly.
We're talking about ambitious. Let's see if this can go through. I'd love to see it.
Snap is low, hold is good. Brolly gets his foot through the ball. It doesn't have the length. It bounces in the end zone. And after such a fantastic play by Rayshawn Boswell to swap the field position, the Belfast Trojans come away with nil points.
Hey, James Wilford is going to be absolutely ecstatic. And for a man who's quite reserved at times, I can't wait to see the ear-to-ear grin on his face after that drive.
Yeah, the only man on the Aztec sideline who thinks that mustache is a good idea. He's managed to keep the 0 in the points column for the Aztecs, and now the offense is back out onto the field here. Gretzinger back marshalling the troops for the Aztecs offense.
I mean, for me here, it's looking at number now 81, Lewis Thomas. I mean, I'm excited to see what they
Number 63
do
of Bristol
with the big
is
man.
now wearing number 81. Number 63 of Bristol is now wearing number 81.
So tight end in for the Bristol Aztecs is the former left guard, Lewis Thomas. 2 receivers to the right. Emmanuel Barra has checked into the game again here on this offensive drive. Motion here from Harry Buckland. Snap given to Bauer. He's through the line of scrimmage. He's past the 1st down marker. Really nice start to the drive there by Bauer. Inside run for a gain of 11 yards and moves the chains.
I mean, just pure speed, pure velocity. He's not a man that you want to meet in the trenches. And we've seen it already today. He absolutely loves contact. And that is going to be the end of the third by the looks of things.
This is the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, so if we go back in time to September in the bowl, it was Emmanuel Bauer who was the lead rusher for the Aztecs, and he was so pivotal to moving the ball against the London Warriors. And to have him as a change of pace back when Josh Brees is out of the game, it's such a weapon for the Bristol Aztecs to have that dual threat in the backfield. And remember, Sean Vaughan's still there on the sideline.
And again, I'm still banking on it. That's why I'm here. That's why I made the drive for number 27. That's it. That is a joke, by the way. I do like all the Bristol Aztecs, but I'm just saying, if we get a Sean Vaughan touchdown today again.
I'm starting to notice there may be a slight Welsh bias in the commentary position here today with Cardiff Cobras. Can't think why. I don't know why that might be, but I can sense it in the wind.
Someone once asked me when I had the Cardiff Cobra hoodie on, did you ever go to Cardiff? No, never ever. Never. Like, I've never been to that university at all, but yet still love them.
Bristol lining up 2 receivers either side of Gretzinger. Bauer is in the gun to the left of the quarterback. Snap, Gretzinger is back. He finds Bauer in the flat on the left-hand side. It's a short gain. 3 Belfast Trojans make the tackle there. Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Bristol Aztecs.
Number 2 there for the Belfast Trojans was right there.
Brandon Falconer on the tackle.
I mean, great name. Great name, Brandon Falconer. He was right there. Wasn't deceived there by Bauer, manages to make the tackle, and it's just a little short gain for the Aztecs.
2 receivers to the left of Gretzinger, tight end Sean Cook, and 1 receiver to the right. It's Bauer in the pistol, and he gets the handoff to the outside, right-hand side. He's through the linebacker core, over the 1st down marker, over halfway. 1st down there for the Bristol Aztecs, and he takes the ball to the 44-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and we'll wait to hear. I wonder if that might be a hold, but we'll wait to hear the call from the officials as things start to get just a little bit heated. You've got Michael Pardo there getting a little bit tetchy there with the Bristol O-line. He's subbed off, but
after further discussion, there is no foul on the play. The blocking question was legal. The result of the play is a first down, Bristol.
So first down there for Bauer. You see a totally different running style, if we're being honest. He is very much point and shoot. He uses all of his speed and his pad level at a different contrast to Josh Brees.
I mean, that's what makes this offense so dynamic, because Gretzinger, we can see him scramble. He's not had to do that much today, but both of those receivers with different attributes really add another layer to this offense.
So Harry Buckland singled out on the right-hand side. You've got Luck and Green on the left. Gretzinger's got Bauer to the right of him in the gun. Play fake by Gretzinger. Quick pass out to the right-hand side to Harry Buckland. Manages to hold on to the ball. Makes about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Brings up a second down for the Aztecs.
Again, I'm just happy to see Harry Buckland back in an Aztecs uniform. I was worried for him. He did miss a few games last year, but again, the connection that Gretzinger and Buckland have is a great one when you consider that the favourite target of Ethan Gretzinger, Quinton Wimmer, is not allowed to play in this game due to the CEFL rules.
Yeah, we'll touch on that after this play, but you've got Sean Cook in the H-back position just in front of Gretzinger. Bauer once again in the pistol. Cook flips over to the left-hand side, resets, it's a run to the left for Bauer. Cuts through the defensive line, met there by the linebacker Stephen Weir. Short gain, maybe 2 or 3 yards, brings up a big third down for the Aztecs. So let's talk about that CFL ruling, Tebs. Why is it that Quinton Wimmer, big acquisition for the Aztecs, why is he not allowed to play?
It's as simple as that. In the CFL, you're limited to 2 Americans, and right now it's Gretzinger and it's Josh Brees.
There you have it. Cannot bring too many in and expect them to play. There's another American, Braden Bryce, on the Aztecs, who is also not allowed to play. He's down there on the sideline, but it's going to be trips to the left-hand side for Gretzinger. He's got Ollie Luck on his own, singled up on the right. Handoff to Bauer. He's got a huge running goal there. He gets over the first down line, and now he's making moves. He makes it up to the 25-yard line. Emmanuel Bauer is not able, sorry, is a problem to bring down there, and the Bristol Aztecs have a first down.
I absolutely love the comparison there, point and shoot, and that is what Bauer is bringing. Velocity straight up the middle. Like, I don't think I can generate that much speed if I had a 10-year run-up, but he gets there, and the speed and velocity when he hits that line of scrimmage is, let's be honest, violent.
Tell you what, 10-year run-up, you'll be getting some serious momentum there, Tebs. 10 yards though, maybe, who knows?
maybe if I was rolling, that's probably the fastest I could get there.
Nub trips look here for the Aztecs. Cook on his own on the left at tight end, trips to the right-hand side. Gretzinger takes a snap, quick throw over the middle. Ollie Luck has the catch. It's a 5-yard gain, and we've seen death by 1,000 paper cuts, it seems, in the passing game here. Rhian Hudson loves to throw the quick hooks, brings up manageable downs, and guess who's just checked into the game? Number 27, Sean Vaughan.
Here we go. This is it. This is what you're paid to see. But again, like another great play there from Ollie Luck. I'm really happy with his development here at the Aztecs, because he's an absolutely fantastic kicker, but as receiver, he is an absolute threat and has been for the Cobras and both the Aztecs right now.
Harry Buckland singled up on the left-hand side. Vaughan in the backfield. He takes the ball up the middle, rumbles over a linebacker. That's Stephen Weir. He blows the shoulder into. It brings up a first down for the Aztecs. And how many running backs do the Aztecs have that they can lean on to run the ball successfully, Tebs?
I mean, Sean Vaughan, just an absolute cannonball is what he is. One of the smartest people, I think, in football, managing to be the Cardiff Cobras head coach, coming in here and being able to, just really force the issue and gain those short yardage situations just because he's just meat.
Vaughan stays in for the Aztecs. Luck and Green head over to the right-hand side with Buckland to the left. Sean Cook is the tight end on the left-hand side. Gretzinger signaling to his players in the shotgun. Cook comes in motion over to the right-hand side. The receivers widen on that right-hand side of the formation. Snap to Vaughan. He runs to the right, but gobbled up that time. It's Stephen Weir, having been run over the last play, says absolutely no, Mr. Vaughan. I will tackle you this time around.
I mean, it's strange. I don't know what attribute to sort of give to Sean Vaughan here. We've got, you know, very, very patient there with Brees, point and shoot with Bauer. And I don't know what to put it on, as unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Vaughan is making the short jog back to the sideline.
Bauer checks back into the backfield for the Aztecs. It's trips to the left-hand side. Buckland, Cook, and Green with Look on the far right, singled on his own. Bauer next to Gretzinger in the shotgun. Snap to Gretzinger. He drops back. Pressure in his face, fires it side up, but it's picked off by the Trojans. A pass into space there, and it's going to be Brandon Falconer returning the ball. He's over halfway. He's got one man to beat. He's pushed out on the Belfast Trojans sideline, and the Belfast Trojans have had a huge momentum swing here in the game. A huge interception return by Brandon Falconer gives them the ball on the 31-yard line. There's an injured Aztec on the field. That's Dave Pemberton on the far side, the multiple Brit Bowl winner. Fortunately, he's back up on his feet. There were some frantic waves there. I was worried about what that might be, but fortunately, back up on his feet. And the Belfast Trojans are now back in the game almost.
I mean, we've seen this momentum swing happen before for the Belfast Trojans. Can they make anything happen? That is the big call here. Obviously, they're now, 28 points down. I do appreciate Gretzinger trying to make the tackle there, because that's a big man to try and bring down. But it is Belfast Trojans football on the Aztec side of the field.
So the Belfast Trojans back on offense. The ball spotted on the Aztecs 37-yard line, and we talked about it earlier. DC James Wilford, he is after a shutout. He does not want to give any points away at any stage of this game. Boswell checks in next to Lynn at running back. It's trips to the right-hand side for the Trojans. Chad Higgins singled on the left. Hand off to Boswell. Finds a crease, makes a short gain up the middle. And it brings up a second down for the Trojans. Uchenna Obasi there with the tackle. The Trojans going quick, same formation. Fake this time to Boswell. It's Lynn out in the flats. He's looking for someone to throw it to. And instead, drags the defender over to the sideline. Manages to turn a loss into pretty much a no gain. And that brings up third down for Belfast.
I mean, you can see that he was looking for...
You're fine.
So just another Aztec down. He was looking for one of his receivers. You could see that 81 was calling for the ball, but just not having the time as the Aztecs swarm on Lynn.
So, timeout on the field for an injured Aztec there.
Oh, James Lynn. It was who he was looking for.
And that is Fred Smith, who just a little bit slow to get up on the play. And it's a big third down once again. We're going to assume that again, the Trojans are in fourth down mode here in the game. Desperate to get points on the board in this game. Lynn lines up in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Higgins on his own on the left. It's a pass play for the Trojans. Lynn steps up. He fumbles the ball. It's on the floor, dived on by a Belfast offensive lineman. Mark Davidson able to jump on the ball as it was knocked out of his grasp by George Rhymes, and it is a huge fourth down for the Trojans here.
It's an absolute lineman's dream to get a hold of that ball, but that is not the situation that you want it to happen in. And once again, the Belfast Trojans find themselves behind the sticks. They've made magic before. They want to put points on the board, but time is running out.
Under 5 minutes here. Van Transanis checks into the game for the Bristol Aztecs as they have an opportunity to go through a little bit of their depth here in the fourth quarter. It's an empty set with Chris Williams on his own, on the left-hand side. Lynn drops back to throw. He finds Higgins over the middle, makes a man miss, cuts forward. He's met by a wall that is otherwise known as Uchenna Obasi. The ball has come free. The best Bristol Aztecs are signaling there. And it's a turnover there. The Belfast Trojans, they had a great pass play. Chad Higgins is unable to come away to bring the ball down. It's a turnover, and the Aztecs have it. A dagger there for Belfast.
I do love the Bristol Aztecs there. Just they've got that turnover, technically putting them in worse field position. But there we go. The Bristol Aztecs have once again stopped a Belfast Trojans scoring opportunity.
And so many times the Trojans have come into the Bristol Aztecs half. They've shown that promise. They've had the opportunities. They've just not been able to put a full drive together. And the Aztecs back out on offense. Gretzinger with Bauer to his right. Two receivers either side. Gretzinger back to pass. Out quickly to the left-hand side it goes. Brought down on the 43-yard line is Max Holland. That's about a gain of 9 and brings it second and short for the Aztecs.
It worlds their oyster now on second and short. If I'm Gretzinger, I want to put some more one more touch on the board. Let everyone who is watching, may have come down to Shaftesbury Park for the first time, to forget about that interception. That doesn't want to be the story of the day.
So Ted, as we're inside 5 minutes, we are now going to need to start talking about a game MVP for today. So it's time to put our thinking caps on as Gretzinger lines up two receivers to the left. Cook in the H-back position, sends AJ Carr in motion, fakes it to Bauer, rolls out to the right-hand side. He's got the receivers downfield. He's got Max Holland there, comes up with the catch. Big play there for the Aztecs. The officials are consulting on the sideline. There's questions as to whether he completed the catch. He did. Massive first down, and the ball is going to be spotted on the 40-yard line, going in for the Aztecs.
I mean, that's one of the plays that Aztecs have been quite conservative today, but it's nice to see him air that ball out, get this crowd fired up, and that's exactly what they have done. Moving slightly quickly here, and I don't think that is Ethan Gretzinger in at quarterback, is it? I think that might be Lewis Benzies.
Yeah, it looks like Lewis Benzie has now checked into the game for the Aztecs to finish off. He makes his first pass of the game. He finds Max Holland on the quick hitch. Nice little move there by Holland. Gets about 8 yards, brings up second down. So Lewis Benzie stays with the Bristol Aztecs. Had a lot of interest from other Premiership Brickball teams. Chose to stay around and is now going to see the game out here today for Bristol. Whistles go, and it looks like we are ticking down here towards the end of the game.
All right, let's do tell the personnel. Let's just make sure we get the shot out, yeah? Like, Dave Pennington.
This is the 2-minute warning at exactly 2 minutes. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining.
So, Tebs, we've seen an awesome game from Rayshawn Boswell. I mean, he's really put the Belfast Trojans on his back in this affair. But where do you see the MVP going for today's game?
I mean, there's a slew. Let's be honest. It's Josh Brees, it's George Rhymes. I mean, you even put Idrissa Fofana in there, but I'm sort of leaning towards George Rhymes right now for me.
As Tebs is leaning, it's Benzie in the backfield for the Aztecs. Fakes to Bauer. He's looking down the field. Fires over the middle. It's a fantastic catch there by Oliver, crossing the field from right to left over the outstretched hands of the Belfast defender. Huge gain, brings up a first down for the Aztecs.
And those long arms of luck bring in a great ball and setting the Aztecs up. Again, they're moving quickly here with Benzie at QB.
Dimitrov there was in a great position, but it was a fantastic pass by Benzie. He takes the handoff, hands it off to Bauer, he's running left, round the outside of the formation, past Dimitrov, and then is pushed out of bounds by Jordan Clinton. Brings up second down for the Aztecs.
I think even in the MVP conversation within this second half, you've got to look at Bauer as well. I mean, again, I really love that analogy of point and shoot, just sheer velocity. He's done some damage to the Belfast Trojans today. But I mean, it's a difficult one. What about yourself?
I understand that. I am putting it completely on you though, so I'm going to keep coming back to you. I am the impartial play-by-play. I want my colour to call the MVP, and we're not leaving this booth until I get a player and a number. Benzie is in the backfield on his own. Empty set, goes down the left sideline. He's looking for Ollie Luck, but even with those long arms, can't quite bring in a ball that's 3 foot over his head.
I mean, maybe if he had a little bit more broccoli when he was growing up, he could have attempted there, but alas, no, and it's a 3rd down for the Aztecs.
Incomplete pass there brings up 3rd down and 9. We still haven't seen Lewis Thomas come on for a tight end rep. He's going to be devastated having had to try and get that super tight jersey on over his pads. He's going to be livid with the coaches for that decision, but Benzie sets up, trips to the right, looks singled up on the left-hand side. Bauer to the left of Benzie in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back. Looking for Bauer on the quick pass. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage there. Michael Pardo with the back down for the incomplete pass, and it brings up 4th down for the Aztecs.
I imagine Pardo there, it was going in slow motion for him. He batted that ball and he outstretched his hands, hoping he could have a green grass in front of him to put the Belfast Trojans on the board, but alas no, and here comes the field goal unit.
I mean, depending on how cheesy you want to be, that could have been the green grass of home, as Tom Jones would have sang, but alas it was not. And now Reese Ormond Cunningham sets up. This is going to be a chip shot almost for him. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is good. 3 points on the board to the Aztecs, and it is 31-0 here as we wind down in the 4th quarter. Now, Tess, twisted arm behind your back. I need an MVP.
I've got to give it to Josh Brees. I've got to give it to Josh Brees. This game looks different without Josh Brees in it. And sometimes at an MVP, it's as simple as that. And you could say the same for last week, that again, the Bristol Aztecs season up to this point, I know we're only, 1.9 games in, it looks different without Josh Brees.
Absolutely. So Josh Brees is the MVP of today's game.
And 21 seconds remains in the game.
And he will be, I'm hoping that that KT is down on the sideline with a camera person to corral him. I can see the camera person, and I can see Josh. So I've got 2 out of the 3 that I need for this to happen. I'm just hoping that KT is somewhere with a microphone. But it's going to be a kickoff from the Aztecs. Dimitrov and Boswell back to return. It's high in the air over the head of Boswell. It takes it really cleanly on the right-hand side and is now heading forward. Makes a cut into a wall of Aztecs defenders and is brought down at the 25-yard line. So with about a minute to go here in the game, the Trojans are looking to finish off the game. I mean, I've been really impressed by what they've done, Ted. I'm sure you'll agree. They've really given the Aztecs a serious challenge here today.
And I completely agree. I came into this game with high expectations for the Trojans, and despite the scoreline, I think they've met them. I really do think that they've met them. I can see why. Back home in the Irish League, why they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, exactly. You can see why they're putting up 70-plus point games against opposition as Lynn comes back onto the field. Ramadan to his left, Boswell behind him in the pistol. 2 receivers out to the left-hand side for Belfast. Lynn takes the snap, sets up to throw to the left-hand side, trying to find his brother James Lynn. That connection has not borne fruit here today. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd down for the Trojans.
I mean, I'd love to see. I mean, if we look at the Amsterdam game last year, Bristol not let them score. Amsterdam scored very late on that game. I mean, as the minutes tick down and where the Trojans are on the field, they're going to need some magic if they want to put some points on the board before this game is over.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Belfast coming back out in that 2-back set. King to the right-hand side of the formation. Williams on his own on the left. Lynn picking out the 2 blitzers. Steps up to pass, looking deep down the field, and as the blitz comes, it finally finds his brother there. The Lynn connection is alive and well here at Shaftesbury Park. A completed pass. It's a 1st down, and it moves the chains. And that brings up a 1st down for the Belfast Trojans.
We did hear the call of 57 seconds there as well.
So, snap to Lynn, to Boswell it goes, straight up the middle. He makes 4 yards there on the play. Timeout called by the Belfast Trojans And just to remind you, our MVP of the game here is Josh Brees.
Timeout taken. Bristol. First shot. Correction. Timeout taken. Belfast. First charge timeout at 29 seconds in the game.
Just the one touchdown for Josh Brees today, but I think we can all agree, watching the game here, how important he is in the run game, making chunks of yards over the course of the game, and even when he's being wrecked in with other backs, is a real force for the Bristol Aztecs here.
I mean, it was definitely close for me anyway, but again, I just see that, you know, this game is different without Josh Brees playing here. You can see why he's one of the two Americans that they kept on the roster as Belfast set up here for a 2nd and 6.
So it's Lynn in the backfield, 2 backs with him, takes the handoff, hands it off to Ramadan, makes absolutely nothing there on the run play. He's taken down almost immediately by Adam Woodward from the defensive end position, brings up 3rd down. That's going to be a timeout, and
Timeout taken. Belfast, 2nd charge timeout. 21 seconds remain in the game.
There we go, the clarity of the call there by our head referee, Jed Brooks-Lewis. Made a little whoopsie there beforehand, but absolutely clear as day as to who got the timeout there. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Trojans on their own 39-yard line. They've got 8 yards to go to make a 1st down. They're still staying in this 2-back set. Williams on his own to the right. Ramadan and Boswell in the backfield. Takes the snap, sorry. He's got pressure. He rolls out to his left, sets his feet, launches it downfield, finds his brother James Lynn again, had the ball in his hands. Incomplete pass. It was a really nice play there. Unlucky to not be able to come up with the ball, and it brings up a 4th down for the Trojans.
Absolutely gutted for them there. Absolutely gutted. That was a thing of beauty to watch that ball sail through the air, and it'd be nice to put them in one scoring position, but it is 4th down for the Belfast Trojans.
Yeah, you see there on the replay, James Lynn diving to his right-hand side, got both hands on the ball, but unable to bring it in, and it's going to be 4th and 8 for the Trojans. Maybe 10 seconds left here, so we're into the final few plays here of this CEFL game. And we see the Wildcat once again with Lynn split out to the left-hand side. Boswell in the gun with Ramadan next to him. Boswell takes the snap, runs to the right-hand side of the formation. Ramadan with the lead block. He cuts through. He's through into the secondary of the Bristol Aztecs. Slips as he tries to cut. Gets up to the 25-yard line. There's a timeout called. Another explosive play by Rayshawn Boswell, but just too little, too late for the Belfast Trojans.
Timeout taken. Belfast, 3rd and final timeout. 3 seconds remain in the game.
So 3 seconds left. One final attempt by the Trojans to get points on the board here and to ruin the shutout of the Bristol Aztecs defense.
I mean, this is it. It's all or nothing here to put points on the board here for the Trojans. And sometimes when you get into a situation like this, catharsis is found by putting points on the board. And this is going to have to be the Belfast Trojans' best shot.
Dom Lynn comes back into the huddle after receiving the play call from Phil Gunning. The Trojans break the huddle, 2 receivers either side of the offensive line with Boswell in the gun. He moves out to the wing-back position on the right-hand side. Dominic Lynn alone in the backfield with an empty set. Takes the snap, drops back, looks to his left-hand side. He's got pressure. Out to Chris Williams it goes. Williams is going to try and make a miracle happen here. He's twisting, unable to make any more yards. He's tackled down there at the 22-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, and we will wait to hear what
interference on the offense. That penalty is declined. This is the end of the game.
So that is the end of the game here, and a comfortable and clinical performance from the Bristol Aztecs in this first round competition of the CEFL. They scored early in the first half. They only added 1 touchdown in the second half, but ultimately Belfast weren't able to knock down that Aztecs defense and put some scores on the board, Tebs.
I mean, the narrative for the Bristol Aztecs is the same as last year, putting on an absolutely fantastic performance at home against an international opponent. They now face the Warsaw Eagles in the second round, and they do not want a repeat of last year when they headed over to Karlstad.
No, there's a mirroring of the storyline and the narrative here after a clinical and comfortable first win for the Aztecs. They're going to know that the opposition is going to ramp up a level in that second game, and it's going to be up to Pete Jones, James Wilford and Rhian Hudson to make sure that they are ready for that game.
And I mean, next week they're taking on the Nottingham Caesars. Nottingham filling a gap there for the Bristol Aztecs, and I'm just saying, I love the Nottingham Caesars gusto to come down and face the best team in the UK.
Well, this is it. It was a late cancellation of the fixture that should have been the London Warriors. It was an open invitation to another Britball team, and the Caesars in that Premiership North, they beat the East Kilbride Pirates last week by a point. It was a close game, so it's going to be a good benchmark for them to see how they fare against the reigning British champions.
Again, I can't wait to see it. Hopefully the stands are going to be packed out there to come and see the Nottingham Caesars, maybe people coming from afar, even down from Nottingham, to come and see their team face off against the reigning champions. But what a game here. I'm very impressed with the Belfast Trojans, and hopefully this isn't the last we see of the Belfast Trojans, and hopefully there's maybe a link formed here between Bristol and Belfast. I'd love to see maybe a pre-season game, something along those lines between these two squads, because it's been very copacetic in the build-up, during the game, and hopefully afterwards as well.
Yeah, fantastic between both teams, and a fantastic event that has been put on by a number of backroom staff here at Bristol. Nigel and Rebecca Hoyt, along with their son Elliot, really putting together a fantastic game day experience. Thank you very much to Cheers Mate for putting on the stream for us, to Katie down on the sideline, who has been not just a fantastic presenter, but led a fantastic half-time show as well with the kicking competition. Thank you very much to Tebs, who has joined me in the commentary position. It's been an absolute pleasure to call this game and to have you alongside me with all of your knowledge of the British game as well as the European game. And as we see the Bristol Aztecs now shaking hands with the patrons over on the main sideline by the food vendors, we're going to be able to get an interview with the MVP, Josh Brees, in just a minute. But just to go through some of the stats and the highlights here as we watch back, it was Gretzinger clinical in the first quarter with throws to AJ Carr and to Ollie Luck. That got the ball rolling for the Aztecs. There was the kick off from BRISTOL Cunningham, which Eddie Odemade was able to nab. That set up the second touchdown to Ollie Luck. And really from there, Belfast were chasing the game. They had to be perfect, and too many times they just weren't able to put a clinical drive together. Shown here with Dom Lynn breaking through. Idrissa Fofana, who was really up there in the MVP conversation, he caused the fumble, and then when the Aztecs got the ball back, they fumbled it back themselves. But Belfast once again not able to put together a scoring drive, and then as time ticks down on the second quarter, AJ Carr was able to take it over into the end zone, and it was 21-0 at the half. Josh Brees, our MVP, showed exactly why he has that mantle today, taking a handoff to the left-hand side to the house, breaking tackles, running sideways this way and that, not being able to be brought down here, and it made it 28-0 in the game. The final points of the game came from Rhys Ormond Cunningham, who was able to slot in a field goal to finish off the scoring, and 31-0 it finished for the Bristol Aztecs. We can see the Aztecs doing a full lap of the stadium to say thank you to their fans. It really has been a special event here, Tebs, for the Aztecs here today.
And I mean, if this is what they're doing for the first game under this sort of new regime for the Bristol Aztecs, I can't wait to see how they look down the line, because the first one has been amazing. It's been amazing to see the fans, even just having multiple food trucks, things like that, a luxury in Britball. And hopefully, as things progress for the Aztecs, we can see this game day experience continue to improve.
Absolutely. So we're going to be here again next week with the stream and the calls. Every home game of the Bristol Aztecs will be streamed live here on Cheersmate for the YouTube faithful. And I imagine every single time there is a home game, there will be discount codes from the home players, and there will be competitions to get as many people here as possible. As the handshakes come now to underneath our commentary position, I'm hoping that Katie is going to be able to nab Josh Brees for the interview here. We can see people, and yeah, he's been corralled, and now we can take it down to the sideline. We have an MVP, a presenter, now we have a camera person, and we'll take it down to the sideline.
Josh Brees, what a game. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. What a great opportunity for us to show what Bristol Aztecs is all about. I think it was a great showing. We have people from everywhere coming, so it's really special.
We were actually talking about you before the game started, Andrew and I, and saying you had, a couple of touchdowns before in the Blitz game last week. How does it feel to have one more today?
It's amazing. I mean, I just so much credit to my guys on offense. They're all running down, helping me out. They're all blocking guys down the field. I couldn't do it without them,
I love that. It's such a team spirit, isn't it, with the Aztecs? Now, you, of course, played in the GFL back in 2023 to 2025, and now you're going to be on the plane to Poland for the rest of the CEFL. How does that feel?
It's amazing. I mean, it's international play. Like, we get to play people from the same aisle. We get to play people out in Poland. Like, I only got to play in Germany before, so this is a great opportunity to show the rest of Europe what we're about. A lot of times, British football is kind of put down, but we get to show them that we're very formidable.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations and enjoy your celebration. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah. Bye. Thank you. And now I think we're going to have a chat with Pete as well, of course, the head coach for the Bristol Aztecs. I mean, what an incredible game that was, right? We had more touchdowns and, of course, new infrastructure here at their very home in Shaftesbury Park. Yeah, really amazing, and so great to get to speak to Josh Brees as well, just MVP again. And here we have Pete coming over as well. How was that for you?
Oh, it was so fun, and the crowd was so amazing.
Yeah, good. Well, I was just talking actually about the infrastructure that we've had developed here to support the Bristol Aztecs. Do you think that really made a difference to your campaign today?
Yeah, it made a huge difference. I mean, when you got your local community supporting you, like, it really gets you up for the game, and I'm glad we put on such an amazing event for everyone.
And you're going to Poland. How does that feel to be heading up against Warsaw next week?
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a tough game, but we're going to prepare hard. And what can I say? It's just going to be a great experience for the boys as well.
It absolutely is. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Take care.
And here we have Pete Jones, head coach. Congratulations! What a win.
Yeah, it was a good win. We played well. Some sloppiness we need to clean up on, but yeah, a decent effort.
Congratulations on all of the touchdowns as well. We had, some from AJ Carr, Josh Brees, yep. Ollie Luck. Yep. It was quite amazing, really. Does it feel extra special to see these touchdowns ahead of the CEFL in Warsaw, in Poland? Does it give you a bit of confidence in your offense?
Yeah, you definitely need some confidence if you want to progress. And they kind of stuck with us for the whole game today, and obviously they bring a lot of confidence from being the best team in their domestic league. But yeah, we definitely take confidence from that today and hopefully can push forward.
And the Trojans, their offense came out firing, didn't it? I mean, how was that for your guys?
Yeah, it was a good test, and they've got some really good players. And like, if the field position had gone slightly differently, they definitely could have scored a couple of times because they had a few really big plays. Fortunately, our special teams are pretty good, and we played field position pretty well, which made it difficult for them even when they did get some big plays.
And lastly, this extra infrastructure and the investment that's been put into the Aztecs, how much of a difference has that made, everybody getting behind the Aztecs today?
Yeah, it makes a massive difference because we want the players to enjoy it, and fans being here to enjoy it as well kind of helps the players enjoy it more. And it just creates a better sort of atmosphere, environment, there's people cheering, and yeah, it's just really good for the game.
Well, thank you, and congratulations again. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, cheers.
So if you have enjoyed yourself today, then there's, of course, even more great football coming up. Next Sunday, we have the Aztecs versus Nottingham. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. Don't miss it. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for joining us, and see you at the next one.
Thank you.
The Bristol Aztecs versus the Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This is the true Battle of the Isles. American football on these shores has never seen anything like it before. Two countries with underrated talent and two teams looking to represent their leagues once and for all. Bristol Aztecs versus Belfast Trojans. England versus Ireland. Blue versus green. This Sunday, 26th of April 2026.